opens now. So slopestyle is our first World Cup. We've got freestyle halfpipe for free ski next week, but this week it is the turn of slopestyle, and we're going to kick off with 60 men in 2 heats of 30. They're going to be cut down to just 16 riders from those 2. Later on today, we're scheduled to have another 30 women that'll be cut down to 8. So same ratio across men and women. Snow conditions packed, air temperature -2, snow temperature -6. Weather is full sun, but it's that wind that's been playing with us this morning. Apologies for the delay yesterday and today, but we've got a lovely light breeze across the course, and then it will just gust up now and then, almost up to 60 kilometres an hour, and that's what's been causing the problems. But we've got a full pool of athletes here. This is the course though, Big Bucks Terrain Park, 150 metre vertical drop, the length almost half a kilometre. You've got 2 really classic rail features, then 1 big rail feature on the first knuckle, and then 2 very classic features, and they sandwich a shark fin, which is the 5th feature on the course. Joining me in the commentary box, I've got Australia's Jess McGregor. This is a beautiful course, isn't it, Jess?
Yeah, it's perfect, some would say. The park crew at Cardrona always kill it, but they've put together a very special course for today, so pretty excited to see what all the boys can do on it this morning and the girls a bit later.
Okay, these are the judges. Adam Begg, the head judge. You got Rio Hashimoto, Bo Fisher, and Mila Multap. Ari, you got Joachim, Max, Cam Houston, and Jeff Peterson. We're actually going to be running, because we've had these delays, we're going to run back-to-back heats. So Heat 1 rider will drop, then the Heat 2 rider will drop. And that means that we've had to split the judging panel. So you've got 4 riders on one heat, 4 riders on another with the head judge. So it's going to be riders coming thick and fast. And when you look at the calibre of riders that we've got in here, we're going to kick off Romain Almond, that French kid coming up from Le Plan. I think he got 2nd in teen at the World Cup. Ryoma Kimata, Ian Mattioli, Cam Spalding, Marcus Cleveland, Dusty Henriksen is back. Then it's Marcus Cleveland, Red Gerard, Tiger Hasegawa, Kira Kimura, Hiroto Ogiwa, and then the snow leopard himself, Su Yiming, in just his 5th World Cup since the Olympics in Beijing. Getting to see Sue again is a proper treat. And it goes down. There's so many good riders in this field. But coming back to the course, Jess, you've put as many laps as anyone through here. The jump line is, I think, as close as you can get to perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, the shape of the jumps, the flow between them, long landings, good speed. It's a very, very good course.
Okay, this is what Heat 1 looks like. So we'll get these guys. They'll be sandwiched or zippered in between Heat 2. But you can see the names on here. Keep an eye out. Jess and I have been discussing this quite a lot in the build-up. Brooklyn DePriest, number 15, has been riding very, very strong. Mons Roysland in there as well. Sven Thorgren alongside Nick Huber, 2 of the veterans. Dane Menzies, another young Kiwi who knows this course like the back of his hand. Lion Farrell. Jesse Parkinson had some good laps down as well, didn't he?
Yep, and he has been riding this park heaps too over the last few years, so he knows it well, and he's competed in the Winter Games before, not the World Cup though.
Yeah, it's first little taste for him, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is Heat 2 though, and it'll be running concurrently with Heat 1. Ryoma Kimata, one of the most underrated Japanese riders. Yep. He's kind of sat in the shadow of Tiger Hiroto Hiroaki, but so strong. Dusty Henriksen, we said, is back in there. Cam Spalding, part of that new generation of Canadian Air Force, alongside Eli Bouchard, who was there. A couple of other names. Clemens Millauer tells you everything you need to know about the women's field as well. Anna Gasser will be riding a little bit later on. The women's, actually, we'll get round to that later, but the prospect of seeing Kokomo Morassi, Mia Brooks, Zoe Sadowski, Sinot, and Anna Gasser going toe-to-toe again.
It's gonna be a very exciting competition. But even then, the boys, we're super spoilt with who we've got here, who we're gonna see ride today.
It's that breeze has definitely played its part in everyone warming up, but you can see the A-bib on there, first of our 4 runners.
Brody Bamford.
Hey, come on, Brody.
Nice.
Yeah, he was on his front foot to back foot across that.
Yeah, swap feet, pretty techie. Big back lip.
Powering into that. get a look at this course now. So that's that faster cannon rainbow feature.
Yeah, you got to hit it quick to get the right speed on this jump. Nice front three from Brody, just going a little small. And a straight air over that shark fin feature.
You can see him winding up for the
And big method.
Oh, so nice little run through there from Brody.
Yep.
One of the kids he's been riding with your crew, the Platinum crew, hasn't he?
Yeah. You know, Big Bean, he gets out there every day. He kills it. Love him. And
loves his yin yoga on a Monday night as well.
he does. And B-Bib, Fletcher Stevens, he also rides with my crew. Yeah, he definitely gets after it every day. He loves it.
So gone for that furthest kind of wall ride mailbox feature.
Yeah, coming over this cannon, setting up for this first jump.
And this lad, Fletch is light as a feather, isn't he? So
Yep.
getting a decent breeze behind him could be quite scary.
Yeah, he's definitely hunting for that speed. Nice back seven.
Weddle. Yes.
Yep. And he comes around to the side to stop because all those ruts in the landing, like not in the landing, but just after, where everyone's
that
been trying to stop
compression.
before the fence.
Yeah,
Got to avoid it.
that probably takes as much skill as the shark fin. So, looking at our first bib Roman Almont, silver at the Junior World Champs in Livigno Motolino Fun Mountain this year. And he stepped that up straight after that and put a second down in teen in that Spindle of Milne Replacement World Cup. So, he's had a decent year so far. Prior to that, he'd struggled a little bit on the World Cup, so it'll be interesting to see if he can continue that run of good form here into the 2025 season.
Coming in, switch to the first feature, cab one, front three.
Looked really sturdy, didn't he?
Yeah, back two on. Coming off maybe a little early, but pretty clean for that rail.
Didn't quite lock it in. Cab 2, 630 out.
Yeah. The back 12. Okay.
Oh, tiny hand drag.
Switchback 12.
Big combo there
That's
for
a
the
good-
amount of wind we've got.
Oh, yeah. And the front 14 to finish it off. That's a good run. I mean,
Love
it all
seeing
down.
that. I love seeing that first run because it means that you've got the
he's
judges
happy.
under pressure now. The
Yep.
judges have got to come up with a really solid range finding score.
Yep.
And I always think like a steady landed first run is a 75. Because we're going back to back double judged heats, we're not going to see scores come up on the graphics. Instead, we're crossing across to Ryoma Kimata in heat number 2. But as soon as those scores come in, I will tell you. So I'll keep you abreast of those as much as possible. Then obviously we'll have roundups at the end of each run as well. But to try and get the whole schedule done today, having lost yesterday, this is what we have to do. So Ryoma Kimata getting ready to drop. We'd mentioned his name earlier. I think he's criminally underrated.
Yep, majorly. One of the most underrated. But it's in Japan, I feel like there's so many Japanese kids that are so good. It's difficult to stand out for sure.
Well, we often talk about the fact that just qualifying for the Japanese team is as hard as getting into the Olympics or
Yep.
the World Cups or the World Champs. So, Ryoma, I first saw him riding when he was 15, 16 down here, and
Yep.
he was his style was outrageous. But he's now translated that. He's got the consistency on some of the big spins.
Yeah, and he does have big spins.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be counting the spins here. There's going to be some big numbers down at the bottom. He's got, I think he's on frontside 19s, but his frontside 14 triple is so slow and lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was around when 14 trips looked like tumble dryers, washing machines on full 1200 spin. But they've now got to a point where in someone like Ryoma's hands, he can make it look like a really stylish, clean trick. So just getting ready to go. Roman Almont, still waiting on a score from him. If we're lucky, we might even get a follow cam on Ryoma.
He's up there with the coach Yas. Looks like he's filming for his YouTube channel.
Yas is the
He's
the snowboard whisperer, isn't he?
Yep.
You look at the riders that he's been developing. Ming, Jesse Parkinson we're going to see in action. Mari Fukada.
Layla Iwabuchi. Yeah, he's definitely got a lot of heavy names under his belt.
Yeah, he's doing something right, isn't he? Okay,
sure.
Ryoma dropping in. Regular footer.
Hitting that transfer feature, the little front one in between.
Judges have said they're going to really mark that high.
Two.
Ooh, and really composed on both of those rails.
And getting through that whole rail, super gnarly. That switch front blunt, I think 6.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Setting up. Had
Looks
to come
like he's going
off that.
a little slow.
Yeah, had to come off that really soft, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a super difficult line between those two features for sure. Yeah, you just got to get it right, as we see.
Okay, so Ryoma not able to link those. The speed is crucial between that last rail feature. You wonder if, like, he's gone for that 630 off that front blunt, and you wonder if it's just a little bit, he's taking too much off. You can't spin that hard to clear that knuckle.
Yeah, it would be definitely a very difficult job to try spin a 6 and then get enough speed for that first one.
Okay, so Romain Almont got a 44.5. Judges, on that first run score that we saw from the first heat, judges really not enjoying that one. I think the hand drags and the little instabilities cost him hard. Roma's score's already come in on an 18.25. Judges knew that that one was a bit early. So Ian Mattioli back to the first heat. So at the moment the score to be 44.5, but Ian, first guy with the front side 2160 to his name.
Oh, front flip out of that first feature.
Oh, the reverts.
That first feature's hard because it's double barrel, and with the board slide flipping, it's very difficult.
Yeah, you've got to get that perfectly. Some big numbers spinning off the rails.
He's still holding onto his rail tricks. Big back 12.
Yeah, overshot it though.
Yep.
Landed third line on that one and couldn't hold on to it.
Hopefully we see him next run do some front side because he is pretty notorious for his front side.
Yeah. There was a running joke that after he'd done the frontside 2160, he spent the entire of 2024 learning to spin backside. I'm pretty sure he could already do it, but he'd completed frontside spins, so it was time to start on backside, switch backside and cab. Always, I'm fascinated by that when you watch people learn. Some people get so comfortable in one direction of spinning that they'll just push there, but you get someone like Zoe Sadowski-Sinot, who just won't progress to the next spin, and she's got all until she got all 4 in one.
Yep.
Next up, Cam Spalding got a silver on this course at the Junior World Champs in 2023. What's he got here today?
Cab 1, front 3.
Through that little roller coaster.
Oh, like a 50 back 2 switch up.
Lovely, really tidy there. 270 on.
6 out. Coming in switch. Cab 10.
Going nicely. He loves this course.
Switch back 12. Oh,
9. Yeah, a little bit like there, just keeping the speed up, but the execution's in.
Oh, and a 16 on the last jump.
Oh.
Backside 16.
And you can see him riding out that chunder at the bottom of the jump there.
Yeah.
Cameraman would have had his heart in his mouth.
He's nodding his head. He's happy. But
he should be as well. That was a really, really solid run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was switchback 9, not switchback 12 in the middle. But he upped that with the 16 on the 6th jump.
Yeah, kept it a little bit more mellow on the shark fin to do that 16, which is a very good play.
That's it, isn't it? Someone warming up with a couple of decent carves down racecourse piece there to the left-hand side.
Someone's straight lining now.
We'll get some fantastic punter vision there. Okay, so Ian Mattioli got a 10-point. We get crossing back over. It's going to be Dusty Henriksen. Oh, no. Oh, I'm a little bit disappointed. Looks like Dusty didn't drop. Oh, no, he'll come after Tiger. So we've got Tiger Hasegawa coming up next. Scores coming for Cam Spalding, 82.5. Big, big number for Cam Spalding as Tiger Hasegawa drops in.
Like board slide to front board 2. Oh,
Cab 7 Miller. He's been playing with that the whole time, and then this was switch front board to swack 8-10.
12, just not holding on to it.
Oh. And Tiger just one of those riders who, when he's feeling it, is one of the most beautiful riders to watch. Interestingly, Marcus Cleveland has dropped out the start list as well. So it looks like a few riders not very happy with this one. Marcus Cleveland not riding. Unless I've got him in the wrong order. But the fact that Tiger Hasegawa's dropped there means that we're not going to see Marcus Cleveland, which is a shame. So here you go. Switch front board.
That's insane.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, with the switch tail too. Like the switch tail grab as well on it. It's super sick.
So Tiger Hasegawa is going to come down to his second run. And it's difficult strategy today because you know that the wind could steal tomorrow's final as well. So Dusty Henriksen not riding. Red Gerard had a mercurial 2022-23 season.
Switch board slide to board slide, 270.
And Swack 270. Onto that rainbow. Beautiful
Front
Miller
foot
5.
That's nice.
Swack
Switch
12. How did he pull that
Wow.
out of there?
Oh, he hit that really high, and it's a good line.
Front 10. And it's the hard way across that shark fin as well.
Back 14 to finish it off.
With
that was
room to
clean.
spare as well.
Yeah.
It's really easy. I often think of Red as being the kid, but he's 24 now. He's kind of at the height of his powers in terms of slopestyle riding, I think, competition slopestyle riding, and he's looking so good. Then again, if you measure him by Mark McMorris's standards, he's maybe got a way to go.
Yeah.
Okay, back across to heat number 1. So Hiroto Ogiwara. He's got a backside Quint 2160 on him. Learnt 1080s when he was 9.
He's 18.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Which is pretty rad. He's one of the few people, because they always say that you've got to have 10s at 10, 12s at 12s, 14s at 14, don't they? So he got a 21 at 17.
Oh,
Definitely
okay.
beat the curve there.
Yeah, so he has 4 years to relax.
Yeah, he's... I always feel like watching Hiroto ride is a bit like having the keys to a time machine in terms of snowboarding. We're looking about 3 years into the future whenever he's riding. So regular footer out of Ishuku in Japan.
Switch. Cab 2-4 on that whale tail feature.
But
that's tough.
Is it a cab 2? Oh, and then that hard way.
Switchback hard way 2 on, just coming off a bit early with the 2 out. And the hard way front 2 on, 2.
Oh, he's just...
Switchback 12.
Too much up, not enough out on that one, unfortunately.
Oh, and another 12. Just coming up short, but...
He needs to put some fishing weights in his pockets. He just doesn't weigh enough, does he? He's a bit too small.
But an exciting run. Hopefully we get to see him put it down.
You've got to say, if you can clean up those rails, the rail scores are going to be huge.
Insane,
up there.
for sure.
Even though he's using that less technical down bar, the fact that he's going switch hard way back 2.
Couldn't think of a harder 2 on.
And we watching training yesterday. He does that 2 on to the roller coaster, but it's almost like he butters in there a little bit as well.
Yeah, it's that would be a very difficult thing to pull off. The 2 on to that roller coaster. It's not an easy job.
No, not at all. Okay, so we've had 4 riders through Heat 1, and we've had 3 riders, through Heat 2. But we've got 3 DNSs. Nicola Oliviero out of Italy, Marcus Cleveland and Dusty Henriksen, all opting not to ride. Kira Kitamura, though, this kid has got some stees up top.
Board slide, Pretz, underflip.
Yeah.
Switch back, front board, 4 out. And the front blunt 6. Cab 9.
Just going light on that. Smart move into the shark's fin.
Backed up roadie. I love that trick.
Stomped
So
it
sick.
deep as well.
And a switchback 10 to finish it off.
That's lovely.
Nice.
Really, really solid run from Kira Kimura. Really like that.
Kept it a little chiller on the first and third jump. Backed up roadie though. Super sick. That's a cool trick.
At the moment, that first heat, he's just dropped, is looking pretty light. So Darcy Sharp about to drop up top now. Here we go. We can take a look at that blunt.
I like how when people like cork it and they do their 6 or their 4 off. They're 8, I guess now.
6:30 in that case. There's that double rodeo. Look at the stomp on that. Holds on to that impact. And switch back 10. Beautiful put down there. Look at that. Not fantails. Little Pewaka Wakas. But a couple of birds just hanging out on the piece in front of Darcy Sharp there. So the Canadian team bought a full pull in here. You've got that same triple set that did so well at Larks. I think they got either side of Tiger Hasegawa. You had Francis Jobin in 4th, then Cam Spalding in 3rd, and Liam Brearley in 1st. Liam Brearley, for me, one of the best riders pound for pound at the moment. I always forget watching him ride whether he's regular or goofy, because when he's riding switch, he's got no tell whatsoever.
Yep.
But all of those riders stand on the shoulders of Darcy Sharp, Mikey Cicerelli, Max Parrow, Seb Toots, and of course Mark McMorris. Such strong lineage in slope and big air for the Canadians. Darcy Sharp actually came over from Australia. He was thinking about sitting in your seat, Jess. He was going to commentate, but spot became available and he ended up strapping in and pulling on the bib. So let's see what he's got here.
50 to board slide 2 out. Clean. Front blunt 4. Also clean.
Yeah, looking really tidy so far.
Switch front blunt 4, mirroring those tricks.
We talked about that, didn't we?
The hard way front 7, nose to tail.
And then he did the back 9 here, didn't he?
I believe so, yeah.
With the nose to tail. Just we talked about this symmetry in runs.
And the switch backed up 10.
Oh,
just coming up a bit short.
Oh, that was terrifying, wasn't it?
I thought he had it.
Upper body fully unwound, nothing he could do. If he'd have caught the toe edge, then it would have been...
That would have been not okay.
Yeah, I would have probably heaved in my own mouth. Luckily, he got away with that one. So unfortunate, but you could see from that last takeoff.
Yeah, a bit slow on it and didn't look super confident. But this hard way front sev.
Off his toes.
Off the toes.
Beautiful.
It's swapping those grabs. Like that. It's cool.
Well, it's just a little reminder to the judges just how much control he's got in those tricks.
He looked good in the air, I feel like.
What, it was that...
Just
here we go.
Short. Yeah.
We called him the Snow Leopard earlier. Su Yiming took a silver in slope, gold in big air in Beijing, and then you rarely, if ever, see him after that. He picks and chooses where he shows up, but if he can get, I think in his mind, if he can get qualification for Milan done and dusted early, he will.
50 front lip, 2.
A nice and steady first rail.
Front 2 on, almost front 3 on.
Yeah, he was
front 1 out.
He was looking scraggly on that before.
Cab 2, 6.
And I think of anyone, this man has the biggest spins down. First go we've seen with speed to burn there.
Hard way front 9. Oh, little butt check.
It's a hard way or long way off that.
And a cab 9 to finish, but I'm sure he'll want to spin a bit bigger on the last one and not put that hand down, but...
I think, actually looking at it, I reckon the wind's dropped off. I think everyone's been so used to training with a tailwind.
Yeah.
Now that the wind's backed off a little bit, they're actually having trouble clearing it all. So you kind of want to shout up to everyone, look, take your foot off the brakes.
Yeah.
Get stuck in. Start straight lining this. Send it a bit deeper. Because that's the joy. They remodeled these jumps in between 22 and 23 season. So we've had 2 years of longer landings, bigger dips, deeper dips between the jumps. So there really is so much speed between these jumps. Now back to heat number 1. We got Finn Bullock-Womble about to drop in. Out of the US, the regular footer is wakeboarder. Loves a bit of wakeboarding, doesn't he?
Does, yeah.
Pretty handy by all accounts.
That's what they say.
Won the 2024 Copper NORAM contest.
Coming in switch. Oh, I like that. Switch board slide to like front board.
Back lip. He put that back foot over it and he's...
Switch backboard pretz.
He's got some really tech tricks and this is the best we've seen him do it. Beautifully measured on that long rainbow down.
Front 10. Nice.
Might have killed a bit too much speed just checking that one. No, goes deep.
Coming in switch to the last feature after that back 9. Cab 12. Going big.
Oh,
just putting a couple hands down.
yeah, he was just checking the snow texture there, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Shame about that one. Oh, that could have been... We've got a couple of runs that are so close but just haven't found the consistency.
Really sending him through now, Dante.
Yeah, the first couple are a bit
Front
slow.
lip.
But if you're just joining us, this is back-to-back judging through 2 heats of men. So we're getting through 60 men to pull out 16 finalists. Dante Birsic out of Croatia.
Switch backboard 2. Coming in switch for the cab dub 10.
Oh.
Just missing that grab, I think. Coming a bit loose in the air. Unfortunately.
So, man has dominated Balkan snowboarding. I think at the moment he's won the Croatian, Slovakian and Bosnian and Herzegovinian nationals. So he's got a few titles on the board, but he hasn't made that pay at World Cup standard yet. So, next in, got his Red Bull helmet off Marcus Cleveland just this week. It's been a big week for Chema Mazet-Brown. Lives in Raglan. His mum's out of the UK, his dad's out of France. He's opted to ride for the UK.
That cab 1 to front board 2. Very smooth.
Just clipping the end of that rainbow. Judges will have wanted to see a little bit more contact on that. But nice 270 lean.
2. Front 10. Nice. Tucking in for the back 9.
Now, he's got some big numbers down here. Looks like he's going cab.
12. Yeah, and he holds onto it.
Really nice. It looked like he was going to get the same treatment as Darcy Sharp for a second there on the landing, but bounced off those heels and just...
He held onto it well.
Yeah, kept the edge in contact. I don't think he'll get marked down for that. And the good news for Chema is that he's still only got Romain Almond above him on a 44.5, so Chema could be moving into the lead there. Still in the first runs here at Cardrona of World Cup men's qualifying. So, Bib 36, Truth Smith out of Canada. Part of that Schmob crew. Super stylish, super nice as well.
So nice, actually. Switch front lip through both the transfer. Ooh, switch cab, hard way 2 on, 2 out. Board slide.
Oh, he looked like he wanted to pull that back.
He like tweaked it so nice. Hard way front 7, nose to tail, just like Darcy. Canadian boys following each other. Oh, and the back 12.
Now he needs to get that pedal to the metal.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
The Canadian boys really playing with this. So cab 12 on the finish and really enjoying that nose to tail grab.
Yeah.
Almost like a little bit of grab bingo, isn't it?
Yeah, they both Canadians running that one.
Okay, Noah Victor, Chema Mazet-Brown on a 54.25. So Heat 1 judges playing with a very different score to the Heat 2 judges at the moment.
Just coming off that first rail a little bit early, but front 2 on, 2 out. That second rail.
No, Victor, part of a full German team in here, just swimming through that 450.
Cab 10 on the first jump. Nice. And the switchback 9.
Oh, big old hand drag there, though.
Hopefully he has enough speed.
No. You just
Good
didn't
call.
get his edge engaged on that landing.
Yeah.
And there's no shortage of fresh snow out there. These, to be fair, I think the knuckles got stripped yesterday. We had a lot of wind through here, and they were glistening in the evening sun yesterday. But still, there's plenty of fresh snow in between them. You can see full double teapot there, hands on hips. He wasn't
Not
happy
too
about
happy.
that one. No, not at all. Okay, up in the start gate now, Anton Bosch. So, deep breath, checking his tracks. What's he going to listen to? One of the first ever riders on Instagram, you reckon, Jess?
I do reckon. This is what I've heard.
He's one of the senior riders, 28. He's up there with Sven Thorgren, Clemens Millauer.
Look like he's probably filming for his Instagram right now.
Yep. I don't know, that was landscape.
Or maybe it's for their YouTube.
Yeah.
They're all over the social media.
Definitely on the
They got it
tube.
covered.
Okay. So the kid out of South Africa rides a lot in Salem. 11th season competing at the elite level. See what he's got here. 180 up into that roller coaster. Switchback 3 out.
Cab 2 on, 2 out. Looking good.
Ooh. Yeah, pretty tasty so far.
Board slide 2.
Huge. Going
Big
deep
front 10.
Yeah, went
Just washing
really
out on
deep
that.
on that.
Yeah.
You got to be. That's it. It's measuring it, isn't it?
It's tough because I'm sure one run you come off the rail really clean and you go big, and the next run you come off and you go a bit smaller. So it'd be tough to judge. You just kind of got to set when you're in the air, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Pull it back if you're going big, spin it faster if you're going a bit smaller.
It's interesting. I've just been looking through at who the DNSs are, and Marcus Cleveland and Dusty Henriksen both out. I wonder if, looking at that wind, both of them, having come back from huge injuries in their time, were a bit like, you know what, I don't fancy this.
Could have been.
I reckon they'll be kicking themselves now, though, as Mons Roysland Norway drops in, because there's very little wind, perfect conditions here. Mons with a big old pop onto that down bar.
Yeah, trying to back 2 into that down bar looked good. Oh my God, what was that?
It's like board slide into cork 630. It's a cork 450 out of the cannon. Underflip, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. The switchback 5.
Needs some speed here, desperately.
Backed up 10 out of the shark fin.
But he almost, even though we can't see the takeoff on that one, you could see taking off out the side of it.
Yeah.
If you compare that, some of the cats who've been taking off right out of the very back of that, Tiger was going huge out of it the other day.
It's definitely something where you want to take it a bit further back rather than closer to the end of that jump. Which seems, when you're hitting it, it seems like you're not going to make it over. When you're coming in, you're like, oh, that's not good, but it actually works way better.
Okay, so Matija Milenkovic getting ready to drop. The kid out of Serbia. He's got a couple of top 20 results on the World Cup, but it feels at the moment we've got 2 very different score ranges happening because we've got 2 different judging panels in each of the heats, but it will be top 8 from each heat. So Jamie Mazit-Brown currently leading for Great Britain in Heat 1 at the moment, ahead of Roman Almont. That's a 54 to a 44. Finn Bullock Womble on a 41.25. In Heat 2, it's Cam Spalding from Kira Kimura and Red Gerard. All of those guys up in the 70s and 80s. Big gap from Red Gerard down to Truth Smith at the moment, down in 4th. Over 30 points between those two. But a lot of people scratching at the moment. Landed runs at a premium. If you can put something down, then you're definitely in the mix. As we see Matija Milenkovic out of Serbia dropping in.
Little Pretz, 50 board slide Pretz, coming all the way across to that down bar, doing a cab 2-2.
He's clean, tiny bit of execution on that first rail, but other than that, really nice.
Front blunt 4 with a little grab in there. And the cab dub 9. Classic. Cab dub 9, isn't it?
Well, it's a good safety trick when you've got difficult conditions. Comes
For sure.
right at the end of that shark fin. Didn't pop out the top of it. Just wanted to get his speed.
The back 10 melon to finish.
Okay, now we've got a really interesting discussion on our hands because that was a really clean run.
Yep.
But the difficulty was dialed so far down.
Yep.
So
We
Chema
had
Mazit Brown went 9 and 16 out of those last ones. As Ruki Tabita drops in, really starting to crank through these riders now. Oh! Ruki going front board switch up, 270 out, 270 up, and a little bit sketchy there. Not as tidy as he'd like to be here.
Front 2-2. Switch.
Got good contact. Switch back 9.
Front 10.
You're looking tidy. He's got plenty of speed here.
Back 10. That was a super flat axis.
Yeah, so a couple of... That's going to be a really interesting one in the sense that he's got a few issues up top, not super technical, and he had a couple of issues around execution, but the jumps were good. So Matija Milinkovic coming at a 40.5, just behind True Smith. We'll wait on Su Yiming on a 31 at the moment. Right now, though, it is the turn of Jeremy Dender. So the Swiss had a great result in Silverplana on home snow, but other than that, that was his first World Cup final. He hasn't made finals, so...
Yeah, the 50 backlip 2 out of that first rail. Super sick, and then a front 2-2. And that switch underflip just not quite getting it, but looks pretty frustrated actually with that.
A little bit light, wasn't it? Tucks his head into that one. It's quite nice on the front 5.
Switch on the last. Cab 1.
World's biggest half cab.
Yeah. I personally would not front or cab 180 that last jump.
No.
That's got to be difficult.
Difficult or difficult? It's that you can see, if it's going wrong, it's almost worse than a straight air because you can see it going wrong all the way through. Okay, Alvaro Yanez out of Chile. This kid's done a couple of interesting bits. Been cleaning up at the South American Cups, the continental level. World Cups as yet have evaded him. 50-50 to board slide to Fakey.
Cab 1, back 3. Board slide, I mean, 50-50 front 3, sorry. Hard way front 7. Ooh.
To tail butter 3. I like it. Creative, but it's cost him anything off that.
He's still tucking in for this last one. No.
So
yeah, but the hard way front side, when you're doing a 7 or a 10, something like that, it's actually super difficult to lock your toes in. You have to almost under-rotate it. And
we've seen a couple of people doing that out of the shark fin, though, like going toes into that. As Samuel Yaros gets ready to drop. So, kid out of Slovakia from Marianka.
Having a big bobble on that first one, unfortunately. But front blunt 4 out of that second rail.
It's such a good test, though.
Cab 2-2.
Seeing where the riders can get over that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the rail features are super techy on this course, so it's interesting to see how everyone goes, trying to hit those harder rails to get a higher score, and yes, some of them coming unstuck, but...
Ooh. We've seen a couple of bobbles on that final landing now, but some really nice work there from Sam Yaros. As you see the trademark pink helmet of Jules de Sluva.
I wonder...
Following in the footsteps of Seppi Smith, one of the flatlanders who's making an impression on the World Cup.
Cab 1, like, sloth roll out of that whale tail. Front 2. back to regular. He's good. It's his regular stance. And then front blunt 4.
Nice.
The switchback 7.
Love a switchback 7. There's something about it. It's pretty difficult. It's like you're blending the two worst bits of any jump, which is a frontside 180 and a switch takeoff. Oh, you can see frustration there in the body language for Jules de Sluva. He knows that there was a decent score in that run. He just couldn't keep it together.
Yeah, couldn't quite get around that. Hardway cab 9.
Slipped through his fingers right at the end there. So a little roundup on the scores. In Heat 1, Chamber Mazit Brown, Roman Almont, Finn Bullock, Womble, Ruki Tabita, Darcy Sharp, Montroyston, Noah Victor and Hiroto Ogiwara are in the top 8 spots. Chamber Mazit Brown on a 54.25 though, so expecting that to switch up a little bit. On the other side of the draw, Cam Spalding on an 82.5 ahead of Kira Kimura on a 74.75. Red Gerard in the top 3 there. A lot tighter, but still the top 8, a lot to play with. But it's a brutal cut, 30 down to 8 in each of these heats.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. You got to be on your game.
So Jake Cantor getting ready to drop. American's ridden steadily through the ranks, as you can see from that photo as a junior.
Yeah, just a little fella.
He's taken his time, but in that time, he's really found some consistency, and he's got beautiful board control now.
Board slide, like underflip, 6 out.
It's almost Pretz as well compared to the way he goes into that board slide.
And the cab 2-2.
I think the judges are really going to like that.
Back 4 on. Coming in
Found that rail locked into it.
Switchback 10. And the cab hardway front 9. Nice.
Lots for the judges to unpack on this run. Oh, looking for the back 14.
Oh, I was just going to say, his speed was quite good. Even that last one was pretty good, but maybe a little shorter than he would have wanted.
Interesting whether it's, I mean, this would be something for the coaches, but whether you're losing a lot of pop when you're going into trips versus flat spins. Brooklyn DePriest rode down here last year at the Junior World Champs, and he really made an impression. This kid has got an incredible switch game.
Yeah, we just saw that cab 1, board slide 2 on that first rail, and then the front 2-2. Coming in, board slide like
Pretz back rodeo 450. A lovely drunk driver through that. Was it back 7 or switch back 9? Cab 9. Oh.
And then that back 12.
Coming in switch back 14. Switch back 10. So he had switch trip 14 last year, and it was it worked so hard for him. Yeah.
On the big air.
Yeah. No, in his slope run.
Really?
He was trying it in his slope run.
Oh my God.
He's current junior world champ from Italy this last year, and you can see why. I think there's going to be very little time for Brooklyn DePriest to step up to the World Cup level, considering what he's got. Now, Francis Jobin spoke to Sam Weston about this kid in Larks. Traditionally a street rider, but he put it together there. Beautiful first rail.
Yeah, cab 1, front board.
Back 2-2. Front lip. And beautiful kind of rodeo, 630 out.
Backed up 12. Coming into the shark fin switch. Switch back 12.
How did he find the time and the space for that?
Oh, I think he wanted the 14.
Yeah. Oh, so disappointed for him.
Oh, he almost had it. That's tough. That's tough on the last feature.
You can see he's kind of looking around, a bit annoyed about that. Now, it's the man who's had so many different, I want to say, characters, from Der Nudist through to the Joker. You never know quite which Nick Huber's going to turn up, but he is like a human nuclear power station. There is so much energy comes out of this guy.
Board slide 2.
A joy to watch snowboarding.
The front board Pretz.
Coming in switch.
Cab 1, back 5. Switch back 5, I should say.
Ooh. Coming wide. Good line in here.
Back 10. Oh, the hard way front Ted to finish. He's held on to it.
Look at that big shout out from Nick Huber. And rightly so. But at 29, one of the veterans, he knows that you can actually squeeze a good score out of the judges with a solid claim. He's probably just added 2.5 points there. So low scores at the moment in that first heat that Nick Huber's just dropped into. Now, this man, Zephyr Lovelock, he may have some of the most creative lines that you're going to see on this course today.
Wood slide front board press, coming under,
switch
and
through
doing
the calf.
like a cab underflip, using that flat bar as a wall ride. So sick, so creative.
Going into the press on that rainbow.
Nose press back 1.
A little bit late on that.
The switchback 12. He's going big.
He's going really big. He's got the power. Front 7, nose bone. Oh, he's had to go back 3.
Yeah.
His internal speedometer, he knew he was tight on that.
Yeah, he rides these jumps every day, so he knows when the speed's on and when the speed isn't. And he just had to hold on, but always got a smile, as we can see. Look at him.
Another member of the Platinum crew.
Yep.
Such a fun crew here in Wanaka.
I mean, he just brings the energy everywhere. Like, he's a character. Anyone that's met him knows.
And I think as well, we saw it a bit in practice, he will have been looking for that nose press on the first set of rails as well. If you can get that dialed, we know that those rails over, the first rails over on the left-hand side, they are really, really high scoring if you can stay balanced and slide most of that second rail. Now, Cam Melville Ives, he's had a couple of really strong performances. Bronze at Big Air in the Youth Olympic Games, just gone.
Just missed that second rail on the transfer feature. Still showing us his tricks front 2 to 4, I believe.
Yeah, off a little bit early on that though. Front board to back 8-10.
The switchback roadie over that first feature.
Front 10. Winding it up, and he's tucked now.
Back 7 over the last one.
I reckon there'll be some intels come up, potentially, that everyone's struggling now over that last jump, so just get the hammer down. There's that 50-50 back,
Just couldn't quite get over to get that backlip onto the second rail.
And he came off a little bit early, didn't he, there?
Yeah.
Beautiful, though. Yeah, good speed through here. Switchback Rodeo 5 with a melon is beautiful. Darcy Sharp on course. Okay, so now back up to the top. Been looking forward to seeing this kid ride. Rumour has it he's the second member of the Forum team after Denver or Eli Bouchard.
Or like it's like a front butter onto it.
No one else doing that. Fully buttering that little roller coaster up top.
It's super sick. Board slide 2, getting a little grab off the extra style points.
Beautiful.
Back 10.
Holds on to that one.
And this is insane. Sloth roll pull, like a dusty roll pull. And he's gone front 14 on the last.
And then mega tail ride down the landing.
Just not quite holding on to it, but still an insane round and something super exciting to see.
So that was an NBD? He chucked the clips up of that two weeks ago?
Yeah, that shark fin feature trick is like it's like a sloth roll, and then you pull it, and then you do like a dusty roll, but he's pulling it forwards instead of going into the back roadie, which is the direction that it would kind of throw you into.
It's almost a rewind. David Vincent used to call it the milkshake. Yang Wenlong out of China. Going in for that 270 board slide and then underflip out.
Yeah, that front 2-2 off the second. Flat bar.
Oh, he hesitated there, didn't he? That wasn't what he wanted.
Switchboard to... Did he just do front 14?
I'm not
and
sure.
Didn't quite hold on to it?
I know that he definitely tasted the snow on the landing of the first jump there. That was for sure. He just a little bit low. You saw he fully toe-edged the landing. I reckon if you look up there into the blue lines, you can see where his toe edge dug in. Big old gouge. So Yang Wenlong, couple of execution issues up at the top, but definitely the makings of a good run. Do a little bit of score recapping. Don't forget, we're going back-to-back heats here in the men's to get through all 60 in enough time. Chema Mazit-Brown is currently leading out of Great Britain, ahead of Nick Huber, Roman Olmon and Finn Bullock-Womble. All those scores in the 50s down there, though. Across the water in Heat 2, it's Red Gerard in third, Kira Kimura in second, and Cam Spalding in first. Now, New Zealand Wanaka local Rocco Jameson knows this park like the back of his hand.
Yeah, board slide front flip to switch on that first feature. The cab 2-2, switching it up from what we saw in training.
Well, just going easy.
And then the front side Miller flip. It's so sick.
It's beautiful.
Switchback dub 9.
Gets low.
Oh, dub sloth pull. Also another crazy trick on that. And the cab 12 to finish it off.
And you saw him celebrating that one with his arms.
He's happy.
He put it down.
Look, oh, he's gone into the fence.
Yes.
He's claiming. He likes it.
So Rocco Jameson, interestingly, in this much harder side of the heat.
Yeah.
Well, I say harder. At the moment, it's just got some bigger scores on the door with Cam Spalding and Kira Kimura. But we'll keep an eye on that score for Rocco Jameson, see where that ends up as Leon Geitler of Germany drops in. Right now, Darcy Sharp's 27.5, the bubble score, but we're not even through first runs here of these two heats of 30 men.
Yep, 50 front lip 2 on that transfer feature. And then coming down where the wall ride is, using it as a wall ride and doing a crippler off the side.
Fully.
Wonder how the judges will score that.
Cab 10 into... Oh, he's slow.
Switchback 9.
Crept over the knuckle, though. He's held onto it. And he's gone loose there on the dub 10.
Front 12.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Tail. Super. I feel like when you're going dub with tail, it looks a little loose, but in a good way.
Yeah,
in a good way. It can be super sick.
Good to see the cameraman's moved out of the finish area down there as well. I think that's pretty loose. So, who's our next rider up? Let's have a look through this. Gui Shunyu out of China. Just looking through the scores, seeing where everyone drops in. Still waiting for a score on Rocco Jameson. Yang Wenlong went into 8.25. But Chema Mazit-Brown of Great Britain still up in first, ahead of Nicholas Huber and Roman Olmont. Finn Bullock-Womble in Heat 1. Heat 2 is Cam Spalding, Kira Kimura, Red Gerard, True Smith, Matija Milankovic. Su Yiming right down there, but still got so much heat to come in these two. So, Gui Shunyu just stepping out of the juniors.
Goofy rider. Front 3 out of that first feature. Front board to fakie.
Pretty blocky style here as well.
Switchboard 2. Nice. Cab underflip.
Yeah, really rolled that one, didn't he? Takes a handful.
Oh, and here we go.
Back 10. Just leant back a bit, though.
Front 10 to finish it off. He's stoked.
Yeah, he's giving it the claim, isn't he?
As he should.
I thought a couple of execution errors there, but right now, like we said this already, the premium runs is anything that's put down.
Yeah.
The judges have done their classic and made everyone aware that it's all about execution. Leon Geitel, proof of that. The German moves up into first place ahead of Chamber Mazit Brown, Nick Huber, Roman Almond in Heat 1 with a 59.5.
Yeah,
so
definitely a game of survival. You just want to put a run down to start with, be clean, to try and get into that top 8 position.
So now bib 51. Let's have a look, see if we can find that. Oh yeah, Christian Salak. So from the Czech Republic, got I think 5, 6 riders left in each heat now, so 12 still to drop out of our 60. Look at that afro.
Wow, he's got some beautiful hair.
I reckon we should put an oodle on the end of his name. It looks like that thick wool that you get on any kind of poodle cross, doesn't it? Beautiful 50 to board there from Christian.
Little Pretz out. Cab 2-2.
And there's almost a tram line in there now, isn't there, from that second rail rainbow into the cannon.
Switchback 12. Ooh, just sitting down on that one.
He was wrestling the last 270 of it as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he wanted it. He wanted it, but couldn't quite get it down.
Fighting pretty hard. Going for the flying salmon over.
I like that.
Yeah. Usually, so where the cannon and the rainbow are, usually that's called 0, isn't it? And
Yep.
then you have the 3 kickers after that. So
Yeah, so it's called 0 because sometimes they have a jump on it, sometimes they have a rail feature on it, sometimes they have something else. They always cook up something different in the Cardrona Park each season. But yeah, it's called 0, and anybody who says otherwise is wrong
okay.
because I have big debates with people about this. They're wrong.
Good, glad to know.
Yep.
We've been, consider yourselves put right. So, just waiting to hear there what we've got. Nick van der Velden. Interesting moustache. It's so blonde on the corners, isn't it? It's almost invisible on the outside of his lip there.
Yeah, it's really trendy to get a mustache these days.
Yeah. Well, I think it's more because when you're as young as a lot of these guys, it's still a rarity.
What, they're trying to
Yeah.
show that they're older.
It's more proving that you can do it rather than actually having it. Nick dropping in switch.
Cab 1. Ooh, just missing that back lip. Would be very tough. You'd have to catch it super inside.
We've seen a
and
couple
jump
of
over.
riders like Cam Melville-Ives, haven't we, just not getting what they wanted there. And it illustrates why the judges have put that feature as the most difficult.
Yeah. Back 12 on that first jump. Switchback 9. Squeaking it around.
So 2 directions of spin.
The front 10 tail. Dub.
Yeah. Looked like he was doing a bit of yoga on the landing as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he probably, you know, needs to hit up Sean to get yoga lessons.
Yep, my wife.
Yep.
Pretty handy on the concrete yoga.
I personally do yoga every Mondays with her. It's amazing.
Johan Friesians on course now. Beautiful little switch up on that flat part. Made that look pretty easy.
Cab 1, back 3. Nice. I like that. The back 5.
Yeah, a little bit loose there. Switch back
Just
9.
missing his grab, but still getting it around. The hard way front serve.
Oh, I'm wheeling with a bit of hand drag stability.
And a big back 5 to
Yeah.
finish it off. Yep.
And getting detonated in the compression by those ribs that
Yep.
are starting to develop.
It wouldn't feel great to try and stop so abruptly
Yeah.
to that end part, but
It's the old Jeremy Clarkson quote, isn't it? Going quickly never hurt anyone, stopping fast did. Yeah, it's getting quite hard. You need really young knees to get through that section at the bottom. Sven Thorgren looking at scores there. Just wondering what's
Wow.
up. Got Antti with him there as well. I think Anti's the TD. So right now, looks like we got Yuto Miyamura. And a little bit like Ryoma Kimata, I think that Yuto is one of those riders who's been able to bask in the shadow behind Taiga Hasegawa, behind Takeru Otsuka, behind Hiroaki Onitsuka.
Switchboard slide to front board. And that switchback to pull. Couldn't quite get it down, but super cool trick.
Front board switch 630, backboard switch 30, sorry.
Back 9. Still pulling it together. Cab
9.
hard way 9. Going huge on the last.
Front 12, so deep there.
Yeah, showing us you can go big on this course.
And still make it really, really impressive. But that error up at the top there,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's going to cost Yuto. So, Lee Sheeun out of South Korea. Word has it, I've heard this on the grapevine, that Korean Federation wanted him to focus on pipe. He was world champion in pipe, but then came out, I think he won junior world champs in slope and pipe though this year. He's an absolute beast, out of exactly the same mould as Valentino Gazzelli. Can ride anything.
Cab 2 out of that rainbow. Coming in. Switchback 12, going big, just washing out, couldn't hold on to it.
That
But
was really strong.
yeah.
You can see there's, to me, that's our first 90-point run hiding in there. Look at that,
Oh my
made
God.
short work of that third and final kick up. Ooh. If he can land that, I think that'll be our highest scoring run that we've seen so far today.
For sure. He's a super strong rider as well. So I reckon, you know, he'll be able to pull it together and for next run.
Yep, next up, Najmekink. So just gonna Naj fourth at the Junior World Champs here in 2018. So he's got a little bit of form with big bucks. Slopestyle course has always been held down this line because there's earthworks here for the kickers. So that's one of the reasons why they're so consistent. Once you ride, if someone tows you through these jumps, once you know the speed, depending on snow conditions, for me, it's if you land sweet spot, it's a couple of big, long, wide setup turns, and then you're over. There's never any big speed checks
It's
here.
not really a speed check, unless there's a tailwind. Not really a speed check.
It's lovely. You can be so confident on here. Nice 50 to board slide. Fairly simple, but he did it really nicely.
Maybe knowing how the judges are scoring, just trying to get through a run. But also, looks very cool. Board slide Pretz.
He didn't look happy coming into any of this, did he? He's all over the place.
Still the hard way front 3.
With a beautiful lean grab on it. If you didn't know, lean grabs come from kneel blender, and the lean is kneel backwards. It's the name for a frontside method almost. Crossbone lean. Oh, look at that.
Oh, I thought he did that out of anger, but I think he did it by accident.
I
You think it's out of anger?
Yeah, I do. I actually do. I think you are right.
Oh no. Oh no, this is bad.
Winter Games going to charge him for those banners. Okay, Sven Thorgren, always a treat to watch him ride. The Swede, 8 X Games medals, 5 bronze, 2 silver, 1 gold. 50-50, 270, front board.
Back 3, front 1. Nice.
Pretzel front one, just so strong. 270, backside 630. Was it? I'll see 450. To the double rodeo, he's seen that. Oh, how did he land that?
It's kind of his trick.
Yep. Switchback 9. Winding up, big front side spin here. Front 7. Oh! When Sven Thorgren goes down, you know it's difficult to measure speed. Look at him battling to shut that down. Holds his head in disgust at himself. He knows he should have landed that.
He did very well to hold on to that backed up roadie, though.
Oh, so well. It went so deep on that.
Yeah.
Really nice to like, that's the first rider I feel like we've seen in a while who let off the brakes.
Yep.
Actually let that run. Okay, Lee Dong-hyun out of South Korea. Watched this kid ride last year and he's got some proper tech on him. Ooh.
Oh, Donga.
Donga. Went down pretty hard.
Yeah,
there.
that did not look like it felt good.
No. That's my quote of the day so far. That did not look like it felt good. And this is board slide so good.
It's actually really nice.
So casual, isn't he?
Yeah.
Beautiful style. Super mellow on the cab 5. Little bit of a float through there. Oh, starfish backy. Beautiful. The Donga makes amends down that course. Lee Dong-hyun. So I tell you what, the Koreans, there'll be one. Oh, look at that. He started something now. Everyone going for the little fence ollie there. As you go back up to the top, we're getting into the last couple of riders here now in heats 1 and 2. Top score in heat 1 that we're about to see Dane drop in is 59.5. Dane was ready to go yesterday. He had his run on point, was flying through here. Let's see what he's got now.
The cab 1, back 2 onto that down in the transfer. Front 2 on, looking clean. Front blunt 6. Into the front 10.
Oh,
nice, maybe a little bobble, but did well to hold on.
Took that really
back
straight
12.
as well. Super smart there.
The switch back 12 to finish it. That was a good run.
And when you land that kicker properly, you see how easy it is to stay composed.
And he jumps over the fence to finish it.
Everyone's in there now.
Yeah.
Looks like he was carrying on down to antlers as well. Okay, Dane Menzies with an absolute scorcher there. That's going to be close to the top spot. Plenty of variation through the rotations. As Liam Johnson out of the States drops in.
Coming in regular.
Been smashing the NORAMs.
Front 1 to back lip. That's something we've seen people have problems on, but he had no problem at all.
Beautiful front board 450. Oh!
Switch backboard, switch up.
And then that tiny tap on the end of the rainbow.
Yeah, just tapping the end.
Beautiful rhythm to it. The judges always get a bit funny about it. They want to see a rail slid end to end, but it was beautiful, precise board control.
Back 10 to finish it off.
Okay, nice to see a couple of runs really cleaned up down here.
He almost got cleaned up by the ribs in the bottom.
Yeah.
But he did well. Cameraman looked a bit frightened.
Yeah, he was definitely shying away from that one, wasn't he? Okay, so still waiting for a score on Dane Menzies. I think that could be quite a big one. At the moment, we've got Heat 1, Leon Geitel, Chema Mazit-Brown, Nick Huber in the top 3. They're still on 49s for Huber, 59s for Leon Geitel at the top. On the other side, it's Cam Spalding with an 82. Rocco Jameson with the 77.75. Kira Kimura on a 74.75. Red Gerard on a 70.25. Big gap down to 47.5. I think we might see, I reckon Red's score of a 70 could be that 8-man score, but a lot of heat still to come. To get ready now. Looks like we're going to see Jose Antonio Aragon out of Spain. Still got quite a few riders. Ryan Farrell, Jesse Parkinson, Sean Fitzsimmons, Chris Corning in Heat 1. Still got Oyvind Kirkhus, Oliver Martin, Clemens Millauer, Keito Hamada and Leon Wockensperger.
Still got plenty of people to watch.
Yeah. So, Jose Antonio Aragon. Been around for a little while, but hasn't made that much of a dent on the World Cup. He's got some solid Europa Cup results. But 24-year-old gets the fist bump, ready to drop now. It's a little flick.
50. Oh!
Ooh, back
Just going
taco.
into it early and clipping the front of the down bar, which is the second rail in the transfer feature. Didn't look like it felt great.
Again, we get an illustration of why the judges have put that at a premium.
Someone's gone to grab his lens or something.
Yeah, clean up on aisle 3, wasn't it? A little bit of supermarket sweep there. Okay. Cross on the... Ooh, we've got Dame Menzies' score just come in. Dame Menzies sat on a 72.5. 13 points ahead of Leon Geitel. And almost 20 points, well, 18 and change ahead of Chamber Mazit Brown. Means that that very light bubble score of a 36.25 for Rookie Tabita in Heat 1 means that everything's still to play for there. Right now, though, over on bib 23, Øyvind Kirkus, the Norwegian.
Yeah, Øyvind's got a super sick style on him. Creative rider. I've seen him do some pretty crazy tricks, but also can do those big spins.
Well, kind of.
And tech tricks.
You imagine if you're on the Norwegian team with Marcus Cleveland and Mons Roysund, you're kind of not allowed to be creative, are you?
Yeah.
Got to be out there.
Got to get pushed in that sort of direction.
Love a bit of old school tape on a glove finger as well. Okay.
Board slide, switch up, 2. Nicely done. Switch front blunt, 4. Looking very solid. And the Miller flip over that rainbow, dragging far, oh my god. Full front dub Todio 10.
That was amazing. Oh, Øyvind!
Oh, that's actually devastating.
I was holding my breath in so that I didn't jinx him in any way. The Miller flip was perfect.
He dragged it long for a while, and he held his board. He was grabbing as well. Looked super sick.
Okay, Liam Farrell. So, the son of Angela Cochran and Campbell Farrell, surfer and windsurfer respectively. Oh, just
like a flip too. Yeah, didn't quite hit that down bar feature.
He's had a lovely lip slide front board, switch front board, hasn't he? Front board, back 4.
Cab 10. Switchback 12. Super clean on these jumps.
Really tasty. Back 14.
Back 14.
Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
He didn't quite get it in
Grabbing
his mouth.
double nose.
Double nose.
Pulling it up.
I'd love to see a replay on that.
He did quite well, but yeah, he didn't bite the board.
Yeah, technically that's Cookie Monster, but if you've got that much purchase on it, that could move into first place.
Sure. Just cleaning up those rails a bit maybe for next run.
Yeah, could see 2 Kiwis on the top of Heat 1 because right now Dame Menz is up there. Going back across though, Oliver Martin in bib 32. So, young American has got quads. I had a look through his Instagram yesterday, and he's got a really unique way of spinning, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's flies kind of under the radar, but he can do some pretty insane tricks. He's very flippy.
It's like I'd say if I was going to describe his takeoff, it's like when you get a really short steel ruler and just flick it as hard as you can.
Yeah, it just looks like he's going and just boom.
It's like pinging a tuning fork. So Oliver Martin, you can see that score to qualify right now is so low. If you can get a score on the board on these first runs, then you really have got a chance. Lovely 50-270 transfer.
Cab 1, back 3. Board slide. Pretz.
Caught 450 out.
Just couldn't quite.
Oh, he'll be gutted about that.
Jumps.
We'll get a taste of what his second run might look like, though.
Hard way front serve. Yeah. There's that flippy axis. It's sick.
Yeah,
it's super
really
unique.
Sick. Back 10 with both hands on the toe edge as well. Not opting for that truck driver or drunk driver, just going full grip it and rip it.
Yeah.
Double grab.
Born in 2008, so he is very young.
What? That's terrifying. Okay. Bib 57, or is it? Yeah, it is.
Jesse Parkinson.
Yes.
Jesse's currently living with my mum.
Is he?
Yep. In town.
Check him out.
Yep.
You've got to say, I mean, I'm a massive fan of his riding, but he's had so much bad luck over the last year or so.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely has struggled with a couple different injuries, but I've seen him riding in Australia and riding over here, and he looks solid, seems pretty happy, and coming back to World Cup, so hopefully we'll see what he has for us, but yeah.
He had the most
well.
fearsome of injuries, the old TBI, knocked himself stupid up here a couple of years ago.
Really gnarly.
And he was given a 6-month prognosis, so it took a long time to get back on the board, rebuild his skills, because you don't want to mess with concussions.
No, and that concussion was super, super scary.
Was it a heel edge catch on the end of a front 14, I think?
It was like trying to go for 16, but kind of almost didn't get it around.
Right.
And then just, it was super slushy. Quad heels.
Came back from the concussion straight into a broken ankle, so he's back now, though, and he's looking very handy.
Yep. 50, front lip, 2 out, coming to that down bar. Front 2 on, 2 out.
So
solid.
Easier rail, but he's got it nice and clean.
He loves that trick, the switchboard slide to under flip out. Cab 5.
So taking it easy right now, just getting nice
Hard way front sev.
clean run through.
Yep. Oh, and a back triple, just a little hand drag on the landing, but back 14.
It's back 14, but the judge, you watch the score on this, the judges go so hard. We saw Dane Menzies.
Yep.
And
He was hands up.
when your hands up like that, anytime I think Leon Geitel, like that's what the judges want to see, a tiny hand down, and they'll absolutely thrape you for it. So Clemens Millauer on course now.
Yep. Cab 1, back 3.
A little bit telegraph pole on that. Didn't get the spin quite how he wanted, but that was beautiful.
Front lip. 2.
Locking that one in.
Switch back 5. Yeah, people trying to play it a bit more safe in the conditions.
Ooh, that look. Either he was off axis or he was going for a 10.
Yeah.
He just got hooked.
Definitely looked like he was trying for something else. A little shake of the head there.
Yeah.
Not happy.
And a little sycamore falling leaf butter, nose to tail. Quite like that. Ding, ding. So Clemens, be gutted about that one because the wind really has dropped away here. Not much to speak of. Sean Fitzsimons next up. Fearsome skater. Got some beautiful transition skills. Went on an absolute tear in 2022 as well. Really, really blew snowboarding up at that stage. But he's struggled to back it up in recent times. Hasn't had the results he's wanted in the last couple of years. Has got a frontside 18 though.
Yeah. Do you think he grew the beard to switch it up? Do you reckon it's going to give him like some extra power or something?
I reckon it'll be like, do you remember when, for me, Kokomo Morassi wearing the sheepskin coat at X Games this year?
Undone.
Yeah.
Like just insane.
That was it. That was the moment when Kokomo found her superpower in a sheepskin coat. It could be the same. Who knows? It could be the same for Sean Fitzsimons here.
I hope so.
He's got a little bit of an overbite on that helmet as well, hasn't he? It's quite a big, like, drink. Quite like it. Quite steezy. Looks like the grill on an old Chrysler.
See, this is the old Sean with no beard, and now we're seeing the new Sean with beard.
Yeah, we're seeing Grizzly Sean. Okay, couple of skips in. Sean Fitzsimons.
50. Oh, not quite hitting that. It's just a super techie rail. You gotta be good with it. That's why it gets scored so high. I mean,
yeah,
it's tough,
but it's a giant signpost for the judges if you don't. So
yeah,
Sean's starting to play with this run now.
Front serve. Oh, I think trying to go for the 10 and then kind of hesitated when he saw the landing, or
I wonder what's going on with
something.
that, because that's two of the more experienced riders, Sean and Clemens.
Yeah,
Both
going down.
Yeah, getting a mouthful of that shark fin. So not gonna be too stoked on that. Okay, we're down to last couple of riders. Kaito Hamada, Chris Corning, and Leon Wockensberger, the last men to drop. Kaito Hamada, dare I say it, is one of the veteran riders,
Oh,
I think, for the
at 25.
Japanese team. Yeah, exactly.
Being veteran that's pretty crazy. That's pretty heavy.
Super tech rails, though. Very, very light on his feet. Beautiful board control. I reckon he's got that heel edge carve.
Yeah.
It's like switch heel carve into hard way back 270 on the down bar. Could be really, really rad. So greasing the roller coaster up top.
Swag 3 out. Very nice. Oh, and the hard way.
Switch hard way
back
270.
2 on. Yeah.
So techers. If he can lay this down right now, I guarantee you he's 3 points ahead of everyone else out of those rails. Little bit light on the.
Yeah, switchback 1, double grab.
Oh, bolts on that one though.
Nice.
Absolutely stomped it.
And the back 10, stomping it,
So
grabbing Melon and trying to get it around, but he did really well.
super, super clean there
Yep.
for Kaito Hamada.
Yep.
It'd be very.
I wonder how they're gonna dock the 180 though.
Well, it was clean. There's
It was
nothing to
clean.
dock,
It was
but
clean.
yeah, the difficulty level's not there. Chris Corning, kid out of Silverton in Colorado, first man to put quads down in competition. Always been right there. So 2016 was that honeymoon period with the quad.
Forward slide back 2 into the down. Front 2-2. That first one was a super tough trick actually. Oh, cab 1 back rodeo out of the cannon. And a straight air, didn't quite get the landing on that he wanted.
Switch straight air, wasn't it? Oh no, straight air, sorry.
I think it was.
No, it's switch straight air. It was switch straight air.
And a nice back 3 just to finish it off.
Ooh, so many riders now. It's very, very interesting. A lot of riders now with scratch first run scores.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of pressure. As you come, last rider of first runs. Still got a way to go. All of the second runs. We've got 30 men in each heat. If you're joining us, apologies for not having scores, but we're judging back-to-back heats, which means we just don't have time to it means that we can speed up the running order so we can fit men and women's qualifiers in. But unfortunately, we can't chuck up scores because you've got 2 judging teams working back-to-back. So right now, Dane Menzies leading the first heat ahead of Leon Geitel, Chema Mazic-Brown, Lion Farrell and Nick Huber. Roman Olmont, Finn Bullock-Womble and Sven Thorgren rounding out the top 8. In Heat 2, it's Cam Spalding, Rocco Jameson, Kira Kimura, Red Gerard, Truth Smith, Liam Johnson, Matija Milinkovic and Kaito Hamada, who you just saw. Even with that fall, he's got a 38.25, but the fact that that's the bubble score in both heats, 38.25 for Sven Thorgren, and I think it's 39.25 for Kaito Hamada, but it's wide open this final right now.
There's definitely still a chance for people to put down a clean run and get into that top 8.
100%.
Second runs for sure.
Anyone can get in here, as Leon Wockensberger out of Germany. A lot of people,
switch.
yeah, a lot of people speculating he's full-time influencer, part-time snowboarder at the moment.
Maybe a little.
Oh, that was nice. The 450 out.
Yeah.
Locked in and got the pop.
Front lip, like underflip, 7 out or 6 out, I should say. Like
Double
Todio
wildcat, was it?
Yeah, I think so. Or it was dub wildcat late front 1. But
Yeah, I would have put it in the dub wildcat late front 1. Oh, he's
my
right off
God.
the course. He's got fresh tracks there.
oh
But
my god.
laying down for the landing. There was a bed of nails waiting for him on that
I
one.
thought he would have been kind of chill coming into that, but coming out of that shark fin onto the side of the course almost.
Yeah. No, there's not many people get fresh tracks through there. So that is, as we speak, the first of our runs done through the heat. So Dave Menzies leads ahead of Leon Geitel, Chema Mazit Brown, Great Britain in third, Leon Farrell, another Kiwi on fourth. Then we got Huber, Almond, Bullock, Womble and Sven Thorgren rounding out the top 8. So those are the qualified riders, but you can see that 38 run score is very, very low for Sven Thorgren. But worth bearing in mind, on the range that they've given, Chema Mazit Brown was on a 50 and he had a clean run. These are the qualified riders from Heat 2 at the moment. Cam Spalding, Rocco Jameson with a very solid run there. This heat being scored a bit higher, but it's still difficult. You're still seeing under 40-point score on that qualifying bubble for Kaito Hamada at the moment. So a lot of very strong, well, 22 very strong riders in each of these heats ready to go to town on run 2.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see lots of people trying to put down clean runs, trying to get into that top 8. But yeah, there's definitely room for plenty of people to come through and change up that top 8 positioning.
Yeah, look at that. So a little view over Cardrona Alpine Resort. For anyone who knows their New Zealand snowboarding, across on the left-hand side, other side of the valley, you can see what used to be Snow Park over there. And that, it was the drive of Snow Park that started to really push the Remarks and Cardrona to up-spec their parks. And the Cardrona Park now, arguably one of the best in the world, Jess.
It's my personal favourite park. I love it. But yeah, definitely one of the best parks in the world. Definitely worth going for your Southern Hemi season.
Oh, it's sick. This lap, you're looking at the White Star chair cranking right over the top of the second rail features here. And yeah, it gets busy, but next year there should be a T-bar in place down the right-hand side of the course, the rider's right-hand side of the course, which will really take the pressure off that.
Speed things up for sure.
But the problem is White Star, it's got so much going on. You've got a world-class slopestyle course, you've got a rail line, you've got race course if you want to lay down some calves. I can't remember what the piste on the other side is called, but there's so much terrain. Antlers is like a medium-sized kicker line with some features in it. And then there's like some banks, there's some step-ups, more rails, couple of gaps. Yeah. Even in springtime, you get that bank slalom down the side of the bottom.
You're getting so much in one run. It's crazy. Even after the little jumps, after these big jumps, you get like some rail features. One year they put a quarter pipe in. I hope they do that this year. Please, park crew.
We just need a bit more snow, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so this kid, Roman Almond, is going to open up Heat 1 again. Very, very handy rider, but he's part of that, for me, one of the biggest mysteries in snowboarding. Why is it only Arthur Longo and a handful of other riders coming out of France? Like, they've got some of the best mountains in the world, some of the best resources, and yet they produce so few hard out riders. Roman Almond, beautiful
Cab 1 front 3. We saw that clean 2 runs in a row.
With the Crail nose grab.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Roman. Oh, that bobble's going to cost him.
He's still going for it.
Oh, what?
What?
Was that cab 2 8:10 off?
I think so.
Unbelievable. That must have been 6:30.
Yeah, he was still charging, but
oh, he's going to be super disappointed with that.
No way he's tucking in for this. No way. Oh, big front flip.
Straight leg front flip over that last kicker. Absolute scorcher from Roman Almond. He's currently in 6th place with that first run score of 44.5. So, yeah, it's going to be a long and nervous wait for the Frenchman to see if he sneaks through on that. Ryouma Kamata dropping in now. He's got an 18.25, so he needs something here off early on that switch 50-50 on the second down bar.
Switch backboard too, but sliding that whole rail.
Yeah, and pretzel out at the end.
Well.
Taking a leaf out of Tigers, but with the switch front board to 8-10 off.
The 9. And the cab, see, I don't know what to call that. It's like switchback,
It's
dub
almost like a
roadie, but it's not a dub roadie.
How flat did he land there?
Yeah,
the
that wouldn't have-
commitment he showed.
Don't go into the fence, please.
Wow, that was incredible impact.
Yep.
That was like jumping out of a third-story building onto the pavement. Ryoma Kimata, phenomenal
But yeah,
power.
crazy axis on that shark fin.
It was almost like, because it's out of the shark fin, it's like a, I'd call that a Michael Chuck. It's
Yeah.
like a wildcat over the back. Ian Mattioli into that roller coaster to front flip.
Front two.
So he's on a 10.5. He needs this run if he wants to entertain finals. That was beautiful 450
super
off.
clean rails.
Like melon.
The back 10.
Oh, and he sat down. You know what's interesting though? We talk about this a lot. You want to see all of those different rotations. It was back 450 off the cannon, into the back 10. Both of them grabbed melon.
Yeah.
Like same direction of spin and same grab. Judges would have had a field day with that. Right, judges ripping through these riders now, not hanging around. Cam Spalding currently qualified in first. Let's see where he goes with this. 82.5. He's one of the few riders who's got the luxury of really letting go on this second run.
Cab 1, Wildcat.
So techy.
Super clean.
To have it that consistently. Bump off the first part of the rainbow to air over 270 switch up.
Front 1, swag 3 out. Coming in switch. Cab 14.
Oh,
Damn.
reverted.
He really, like, have we seen anyone do a 14 on that?
No, I don't think. Did we see? I want to say Chema had a pop at a 16, didn't he?
He did 16 on the last.
Okay, it might have been. No, it was.
But either way, crazy trick to do on the first, really squeezing it around, like getting it all out of that first one.
Tiger Hasegawa in need of a big score here.
Cab 5, Miller flip hand drag. I mean 7, sorry. Over that rainbow. It's tough.
Into that switch front board. 8-10. Backside 12. That's where he went down last time.
Cab 9, hard way front side.
Beautiful. Yeah. One's up front side. Oh, front side 18.
Just going down, but oh my god.
How is he standing up?
I don't know.
He went into that landing like a wrecking ball.
He just compresses and he just comes back out. He's like a like a little meatball.
I feel instantly like my life is poorer that we're not going to see him in the finals as Red Gerard drops in. Red.
Switchboard, board 2. Nice. And the switchback 2, 2.
Oh, a little bit squirrely on that rainbow though. Oh.
Front 5 Miller flip over that.
And he gets a
So
good
nice.
handful of it, doesn't he?
Switchback 12. Super clean.
Front
Hardway
10.
front 10.
Yeah, long
Nice.
way down that shark fin. Back 16. Oh, red! So at the
That was
moment,
close.
Heat 2, Red Gerard is in 4th. So I don't... Difficult to say whether he needs that or not. Certainly his reaction suggests that he does. So... Next rider in. Bib number 6 is Hiroto Ogiwara. Hiroto's got some big numbers on these kickers. Be interesting to see where he takes the rails, though.
Yeah.
So many people coming unstuck, just going a little bit too heavy. I want to see no change at the top of any of the rankings so far on these second runs. Cam Spalding not bettering his first run score. He still sits at the top of the second heat ahead of Rocco Jameson, Kira Kimura and Red Gerard. Dave Menzies, Leon Geitel and Chema Mazit Brown as Hiroto drops in. What's he got here?
Cab 2, 4. Again, insane trick.
It's very similar to that Eli Bouchard one, isn't
The
it? And
switchback 2, hard way onto that down bar, 2 out.
I'd love to see the sector by sector scores on that one. Really, really impressive.
Big switchback 1.
Smart, though.
Very smart play. Into the back dub 12, out of the shark fin.
Now hammering into this last kicker. Oh, and puts
Cab 12.
beautifully. Yeah,
Yeah.
very, very clean. With that, so he's got that super tech rail up top, hard way back to on. I think I'd be very surprised if we don't see that. The switchback one's a little bit light, but still.
But he used it to create a very good run, so
Yeah, okay.
it'll be interesting to see.
Kita Kimura,
Oh,
that cork out of the rainbow, the
switch
roller
front
coaster.
1-4 out of that flat bar.
Turboing up. Beautiful style through that. Execution was immaculate.
Front cab 9, sorry.
The double
Back top
rodeo,
roadie.
super deep,
Yeah.
soaks up the landing, readjusts the helmet.
Back Sev.
Switch.
Kind of.
Was it switchback,
Oh,
Sev?
switchback, sorry.
Yeah, switchback,
he,
Sev, but so close to the knuckle.
Yeah, he definitely knew he was going a bit small and held onto it, but
You
run
might
down.
have. I reckon he would have taken more of a handful of that if he'd have known.
yeah, for sure.
So Darcy Sharp came in here. He won the Calgary slope, I think, back in 2023. And then they were unsure, the Canadians, whether he had enough World Cup points to enter. But a couple of dropouts, Liam Brearley, I think, being one of them, meant that he had the spot. So Darcy back in the bib. Let's see what he's got here.
Seen him spying on a bunch of people in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's his new
hides in the bushes, and so
yeah.
watch out.
industrial espionage. If you need intel on anyone, Darcy Sharp's your man.
Yeah. He will stalk people for cash. Not actually, but maybe if you ask politely.
Interesting he's going after Kita Kimura, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's one of the riders he was stalking. Okay, so Darcy Sharp dropping in. Got Trevor Andrew, the legend of the snowboarding McTwist, to Gucci Ghost his Tesla up.
50 front lip, 2 out. Front blunt 4.
I'd almost call that back tail on that mailbox.
Nice, coming in regular. Hard way, front 7. We didn't see his grab switch up though that time.
No.
Interesting enough.
It's a little bit lumpier there.
But we did see it there. The back 9 coming in, switch to the last kicker. Switch back dub 12, putting it down.
Really
Nice.
clean.
Oh, he's done a little claim. Oh.
Somehow holding on to that.
Oh,
There it
Bye,
is, the
Darcy.
last trick.
That was good.
I reckon
Extra
that's
points.
worth another 1.75, the
Definitely.
forward roll over the banners.
I think it could be.
Okay, let's take a look. Hiroto Ogiwara moved up 52.25, in behind Chema Mazit Brown, ahead of Lion Farrell in heat number 1. Kira Kimura has moved up, even with that light backside switchback one that we
Really?
saw,
Oh,
moved
he's-
up into 3rd place, 74.75, just behind Rocco Jameson and ahead of Red Gerard.
So it definitely pays to be clean.
Now, Su Yiming, Ming on course. He needs something here.
Front 2-2. He's looking clean on the first 2 rails.
This caused him problems
Cab
last
2.
time.
Oh my god.
Way quicker feet getting onto that cannon.
Back Sev. Super clean. Super chill for him.
Lovely
Hard way
distance.
front Sev. Coming in, switch to this last feature. Let's
And
see
he-
what he's got.
Great purchase. He's going to wind it up now.
Front 12. I mean, cab 12.
Yeah.
So maybe smaller spins, but he knew what was expected for him to get into the top 8 and just playing it safe.
I reckon.
Trying to get in those spots.
I reckon that's top 2. I
Reckon?
really do. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
it was super clean. His rails were clean.
So
No hands
clean.
down.
Yeah, he was off
Grabs
a
were long.
tiny bit early on the 2nd rail feature, but
Yeah.
I think overall, like, big numbers on the kickers.
Yeah.
Like, he was clean. He carried his speed. Now, getting ready for Finn Bullock Womble out of the States. Wonder if he's, it's a generational thing, but the Wombles of Wimbledon was a cartoon when I was growing up. And Wombles made use of the everyday things that everyone else left behind.
So is Finn going to make use of everyday things?
Oh, yeah, all of the 12s, 14s and 16s that have been left behind by everyone else on this course. He's about to put them to good use.
He's going to grab them.
Okay. So, Finn Bullock Womble.
Coming in, switchboard.
Oh, he locked that in so beautifully last time, and the judges will know that they saw that. Oh, sketchy on both of those, and his skin will be crawling already with those.
Oh.
It's so hard when you're being judged, and you know everyone's pulling apart your riding, and you've done it so beautifully the run before.
Yep.
And then you go and you make a little mistake, and it's now just bled into everything else.
Yeah, definitely a tricky thing to get over when you've been doing these tricks so good, you know you can do these tricks, and then it just comes to comp and it kind of all comes a bit undone.
What's interesting is seeing Finn riding the Jones Aviator there, Victor De La Rue's pro model, handled that crud down at the bottom of the final jump really nicely. He was just cutting through it.
There you go. There's a promo.
Yeah.
Lord.
Okay, Krosky dropping in. Saman Dante Birsic. Nice. Got that 50 back lip to 270. Into the cannon.
Switchboard 2. Making it all the way through that rail. Cab dub 9.
He does have that one unlocked,
Who
doesn't he?
doesn't love a cab dub 9? Oh, like double crippler.
Wow. Powering down into the last jump. He's got his foot. Oh, no!
Oh, my God. Backed up 10, he sticks it. But his head almost hit the takeoff.
Yeah. That was really weird. He didn't get anywhere near the pop he wanted out of that.
No.
And the second cork, it looked like it was going to bring him in on the knuckle.
He did make it work, though.
Now, Chamber Mazit Brown, currently on a 54.25. Don't be fooled by that score.
Competing under the UK flag now.
Yeah, his mum Rachel is British. His dad Francois is French. Grew up in New Zealand, but he's opted to ride for the UK.
Big back two onto that rainbow rail. It's a tough one, that rainbow. Long on the end. Front lip.
Oh, and just got a little bit too much of that 630 off the cannon. So again, another rider with a bit of a nervous wait here to see whether or not anyone can best that 54.25.
Yeah, he'll be refreshing for the next half an hour, hour, how long it takes.
I like the fact that he knew exactly where the camera was just to sign off as he went past. Yeah, don't worry, I've got this. Okay, back across to heat number 2. We've got the one and only Truth Smith in the mix. Truth got that super stylish. He's also got, like, he's super stylish, but he's super friendly, isn't he?
Yeah, one of, if not the nicest person on the hill. He says hi to everyone. He knows everyone. He's just, you know, bit of a legend, some would say. Maybe a young legend, we'll say. Double backflip over No Name Cafe at Lark's.
If that was him?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So, saw the clip on Instagram. If you didn't see it, definitely go see it.
Is it on his...
Because it's crazy.
I mean, it's such a gigantic gap, and he lands in that tiny bit of transition on the mini pipe.
Maybe a meter of transition to catch, but yeah. he's good at the dub cats though, but yeah, super gnarly.
Okay, let's see what we get out here. He's currently sat on a 47.5, which puts him in 6th place at the moment. He'll want to bump that up a little bit though, just to guarantee a spot. A lot of heat coming behind him.
Switch front lip. Be coming up a little early front lip 2. Then the hard way front 2 on, cab 2 on, I should say. 2 out. Switch front lip to underflip out. The hard way front serve nose.
It was nice. Really clever trick selection there. Holding his speed but getting a bigger number down. Ooh.
Back 12.
Didn't look like his hands were weight bearing there on the landing though.
God.
What?
That was like cab Todio 10.
Do you reckon? Wow.
Wow. I hope he's alright.
I'm not sure he meant to do that.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe he's edge dug in or something, but...
It looks like he's taking a bit of a digger to the face as well. Might be missing a bit of bark off his nose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like something not nice.
Oh, bless him.
He, did you know he just did one trick at his regular stance, Goofy? He did on the shark fin. That was his only regular trick.
That's phenomenal.
Came in Goofy, did a back 12, but all the others were switch.
And I'm pretty sure he mixed up all four. He had all four rotations in there as well, didn't he?
Yep.
That, oh, gutted for him.
Just lost a bit of skin on his face.
Oh. Yeah, I think that's all it was. It looked like it was the landing that gave him a good bruising, but there was no big edge catch or fast stop there, so hopefully he's okay. If we have any news on Truth's condition, we'll bring that to you straight away. But difficult one for him. Really, really punishing. So, because we can't show you scores after each run, we're double heat judging simultaneously. This is what it looks like at the moment. Dane Menzies, Darcy Sharp jumped right up in there with that really clean second run of his behind Dane. Leon Geitel still holding in there in third. Chimamazit Brown in fourth. Hiroto Ogiwara in fifth. Lion Farrell with a bit of work to do. He could definitely improve, as can Huber. Roman Almond been knocked down into eighth position. He's already had his second run, so long, nervous wait for him. This is what Heat 2 looks like, though. Cam Spaulding, I think it was the first run we saw in Heat 2, is still holding that top position, just ahead of Rocco Jameson. Kira Kimura, Red Girard, Su Yiming salvages a 63.25 from his second run score. I thought that was actually going to be a little bit higher.
Yeah, I think, I'm not too sure why it's low, but yeah, just doing smaller spins, keeping it safe, just trying to get in.
Yeah, Truth Smith in sixth place. We've just seen him. It's going to be a nervous wait for him to see if he can get any final position. Liam Johnson and Matija Milinkovic, riders in seventh and eighth, have still got their second runs to go, so they can better those scores if they want. But cast your eye down the rest of their fleet here, and there's some big, big names waiting to drop. You've still got Sven Thorgren, Jesse Parkinson in there. You've got Cam Melville-Ives, the local. Brooklyn DePriest, I'm expecting big things from him. And Lee Sheehan, Lil Tacky. Mons Roysland ready to rumble as well. Zephyr Lovelock in Heat 2 alongside Jake Cantor, Yuto Miyamura, Kaito Hamada. There's a lot of very, very strong riders still to drop here.
A lot of talent just all throughout the start list. Not too sure how they ordered it, but they ordered it
randomly.
And, yeah,
I think the first 15 in goes slightly in. First 15 are out of the first ranking order, and then the second 15 come out of the lower ranking order. So,
yeah, right.
I think right now it is bib number 30. Big dog Anton Bosch out of South Africa. Waiting to drop. Oh, I apologise. Noah Victor. Got my got mixed up on my heats there. So heat 1, Noah Victor.
50 front lip 2. It's solid. I think it's everyone's kind of go-to trick on that transfer.
You can lock it in certainly.
Yeah. Front blunt 4. Going big on that actually.
No shortage of speed here.
Cab 10. Coming into the shark fin switch. Switch back 9. Looking good. Looking really good.
All of his different spin directions.
Big back 14.
That was lovely. Really, really strong run there.
And clean. He looked good.
Tell you what, German coaches are going to be super pumped with this.
Yeah.
Leon Geitel still sat in third place in Heat 1. Looks like Noah Victor might be joining him. Now it's the turn of Anton Bosch from Heat 2. I'd love to say that he was wearing a bright red jacket and that's why I got them mixed up, but unfortunately I can't claim that. So into the little roller coaster, front one up, switch back 3 out.
Cab 2. Nice.
Okay, casual on the first 2.
Forward slide 270 out of that cannon feature.
Needs some speed here, but gets a handful of that front 10.
Yeah. Back 9. Little hand drag. Tucking in for this last feature.
Switch back.
9, kind of.
Oh my
How many
God.
stayed on his feet?
Yeah, that was. I felt like I was being electrocuted watching that trick. It was really unpleasant. It looked like he was going to die, didn't it? Oh, shake myself down. Okay, back on the other side, Mons Roysland, one of the smoothest riders. Always think of him as a big air specialist, but I don't think that's actually fair to him. He's got such a huge bag of tricks and he's so consistent. When he's on form, you chuck him on a slopestyle course and he can be a destroyer of worlds. I would highly recommend, if you haven't already, get on his Insta and go and watch some of the edits he chucked out from that tube session.
He does some pretty crazy stuff on his snowboard.
It was outrageous, wasn't it? I watched one of them again and again, and I thought it was switch back 450 to front board bring back was my call on it, roughly.
Yeah, sounds
but
like him.
We were fully into the trick pedantry is fun zone with that one.
Yeah, you really got to slow it down and start counting.
Yeah, but that's the lovely part of where snowboarding's going at the moment. What's Mons got? Is he going tail press then?
Nah, I don't think so. But he was on his back foot heaps. But oh, that trick, I forgot. But that trick is so sick, actually.
Might have sat down a tiny bit. Hopefully the judges didn't quite see it. One's up. Switch back 9. To the back dub 10. Pinky swear.
Oh, the Todio 1080 stomps it.
Oh!
That's worthy of that claim.
You
the
know
clap,
full
the clap
well
again.
that at some point Mons has sat Marcus down. He's like, I want that trick. that Todio you're doing scoring well. I want it.
Yeah, and it's
gone,
sick when they go like kind of flippy on the off the toes front side.
It's almost like it throws you forward into the landing, isn't it? It's quite good if speed's ever an issue. It gives you an extra kick. Matija Milenkovic now on course. Lovely little Pretz bring back on the end of that down bar.
Yeah, coming in for the cab 2-2.
Same as Jesse Parkinson there, and it did work well for Jesse if you just keep in the speed and flowing through that section.
Yeah, little front blind 4 setting up switch for the cab dub 9.
Okay, coming in switch then.
Hard way front sev.
Oh,
nice. Back dub.
Oh,
back triple.
Tucked it up to try and bring that in, didn't he?
Yeah.
But
couldn't
he's
quite.
given
Looks a bit sore.
Yeah.
But good attempt. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Go
hats
for it.
off. That was really bold.
Yeah.
Okay, Ruki Tabita. Another one of those Japanese riders who's just got straight wizardry up on the rails. Let's see where he takes this one.
Front blind switch up 2 on like cool axis.
How did he get there? It's
Hold
like
on
a
to it,
corked 2.
Cab 2 pull. Front 2-2.
It looked almost front 1, like gentle
like
switch
swivel.
round, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, the switchback 9. He's tucking. He wants the speed. And he's got it.
Front 10, bounce out Reaver. He's going to
still
go,
holding
though. He's
onto
going
it.
to go. No, too late.
Oh,
unlucky.
that's tough. He did well though, and he went big on that shark fin. Probably one of the biggest we've seen today.
Oh, it's such a shame for him because he knows he would have wanted to bump up, but it means that didn't improve that score, so he's still in 15th on a 36.25. Jeremy Dender dropping in.
50
back
lip,
yeah.
2. And then front 2-2 on this. Forward slide, underflip, switch back slide, I should say. The back 10 just not quite getting that around.
Yeah, not enough speed, not enough rip.
Yep.
He wanted him just to tuck up, pull a bit harder and tuck up a bit more there. Jeremy Dender, body language says it all.
Yep.
The day is over for him. So back up at the top, Alvaro Yanez. impressive rider. He's got a couple of bits, but he's getting those World Cup qualification spots out of the South American Continental Cups.
Yeah.
And he's dominating there, much like we see with a couple of the Balkan riders as well.
I wonder where he rides in Chile, because it must be their kind of year right now, snowing.
Yeah, he's probably questioning why he's over here with the amount of powder they've had. Oh, that would have been lovely.
Yeah, just off a little early. Front one, switch back 3 out. Very clean. The cab one, back 3 out. Also pretty clean. Front 10. Squeaking it around.
He's tight on speed, isn't he? But he goes for it nonetheless.
Just coming unstuck on the back 12. Unfortunately on that shark fin. It would be a tricky one to navigate. Like any trick, honestly, on the shark fin that's not a proper half-pipe trick.
Yeah. That's maybe the way to look at it. I always think that, and generally the way the judges look at the shark fins is that you can kind of judge up 360 on them.
Yeah.
And Red's done so well on those.
Yeah.
So Samuel Yaros, Alistair Vacuer on course now.
Front block 4 out of that second rail.
I always think that Red's kind of
Get 2-2.
all-round skill, especially through transition, pays dividends when you come to those shark fins.
Yeah, he definitely kills it when it comes to that stuff. But he's been riding for a long time. He's been around.
That was nice,
All the
long
way
way
front
off his
nine.
toes, front
Yep.
sev.
Switch. Cab 10. It was actually a really nice cab 10.
Anchors are on full bore there.
Yep.
Managed to slow it down though. Jules de Sluva. And that big pink helmet. He loves that signature pink helmet.
Yeah.
So the Belgian little tap. He wasn't happy with his first run.
Cab 1. Sloth roll over off that little roller coaster rail. Front 2. Back to Goofy.
Locked that in on top of the mailbox
Yeah.
wall ride, didn't he?
Yeah, and the front blunt 4. Switchback 9. Looks good. Looks good.
Yeah, it's really smooth, isn't it?
Hard way front sev. Back 12.
Oh!
He put it down. He's on his feet, but it looked like
It's really hard because the judges don't have the time to go and look at a replay at the moment. He's
he
claiming
didn't
it.
really like drag his hand or anything. He kind of just afterbanged.
Yeah.
He really hard afterbanged.
It's wow. What are the judges going to make of it though? It's
Not
whether
too sure.
whether those judges sit there and think, okay, he was weight bearing on that, or whether it was just a skim.
Yeah.
It did. I think you're right. I actually think it was just a skim, but
Yeah.
we'll find out soon enough when that score comes in. Matija Milinkovic, unfortunately, he injured his knee on that last jump, and he's sat on the bubble right now. So waiting to see where Jules de Sluva goes. Samuel Yaros has moved up into 6th, which pushes Matija Milinkovic out. Liam Johnson now on the bubble. Jake Cantor about to drop in though. Jake Cantor in Heat 2, currently sat in 13th, so he needs a score here.
Would slide Pretz underflip out of that.
Big call,
Crazy.
630.
Cab 2-2. Back 4 on, just tapping the end of that rainbow rail.
Yeah, it was a little bit light in terms of contact.
Yeah, maybe not getting as much as what the judges would like to see. Coming in for the switch, hardway 9, just slipping out there. Oh, little knuckle huck on the third though. Give him some
Pinwheel
points.
backy. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh, such a shame.
yeah, that's pretty devastating for him just to slip out like that. And he was killing it.
So now we come back across to Heat 1 where Brooklyn DePriest is going to drop. And he was, is that, I think it might be Eric Beauchemin, the old US slope rider there, coaching him.
On the right.
Yeah.
And on the left is Stan, Sleepy Stan. If you ever see him asleep, send him a photo. He used to coach for Australia, but now riding with the US team.
Big fan of the man nap.
Yeah, he loves a good nap.
Oh, bless him.
Yep.
So, Eric Beauchemin, pretty sure you put him in any bank slalom, he'd absolutely smoke you. So, but certainly what he's built with Brooklyn de Priest, we've talked about this. Brooklyn dominated a lot of the junior competitions over the last couple of years, but I do think he's got really, like, the tricks he's got, that switch backside 14 trip is just gigantic.
Yep. Got super good board control.
Yeah. I know that I think he used back-to-back 12s into the...
Switch back.
Yeah.
Crazy, actually.
I think it was... would have been cab 12, backside 12, SWAC 14. What
cab
a run.
12, back 12, SWAC 14.
If
At
you
Junior
can,
World Champs.
I think if you can get that, like, it's really only Tiger and Ming who've got consistent 18s. Like, still...
Yeah, you can definitely make a name for yourself with those spins.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a SWAC 14 is big enough. So Brooklyn de Priest, currently in 19th, needs a 51 if he's going to make it into the top 8.
Dropping in switch, cab 1, front board 2. That was clean.
That will set him up well. He'll be happy.
Front 2, 4. Also looked pretty good. Coming in, board slide, Pretz.
Spotted that landing beautifully. It was almost like a rodeo off the cannon. Tiny bit of knuckle there. He needs to get some speed out of this.
He's tucking. Back 9, coming in switch. He wants it.
Switchback 10 or switchback 14? 10.
Yep. Oh.
No! Look at him.
The frustration.
So disappointed with that. Unlucky Brooklyn.
Oh.
So difficult.
He did really well to try keep his speed up, though, between those jumps.
Yeah, you got to throw down for him. Francis Jobin, dropping in switch. Oh, tail press to front blunt. That'll be big. That'll be really big.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, he's got some... I reckon he's got some big scores on the board here.
Yeah, he wants it. He wants the contest.
Lovely cork 630. Back 9 and he's bounced off the knuckle. It's not going to come for him. Oh, disappointing there. Love the fact that he's repping that Rome Renegade. Rene Kangus's pro model.
It's a cool board.
You know that it's got stance options where you can go super narrow?
Really?
Yeah. Like every now and again in Larks you see Rene set up with this like 18-inch stance, posy.
Why?
Just blasting around slalom styles. You can get some hard boot styles.
Rene hard boots? Ooh.
Okay, Nick Huber on course.
Just saw him doing a couple prayers. Top. Nice. Board slide 2.
He's a big fan of the breathing.
Yeah, the breathing exercises.
He's with Djokovic on that one.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's a tiny bit stinky, but he made it work.
Switch back 5, not quite.
Bounces off the knuckle
just
there.
Going a little slow.
Oh, Nick, gutted for you. We had him down here last year as part of the Obsidian team contest.
Yeah.
And he was an absolute lunatic.
Yeah, I remember him. He was, always the loudest guy in the room.
Yeah, but it
Such
didn't
a
matter
character.
what time of day it was either.
Yeah.
It could be 6 a.m. or 9 p.m. and he'd just be like, rah! Okay, Zephyr Lovelock, ready and on course. Currently in 17th. He only needs a 43 to qualify at the moment.
Board slide, front board, Pretz.
Way cleaner.
Yep.
Way tidier.
Coming under and doing this. Cab, under flip. Using that flat bar as a wall ride.
The only
So
person
sick.
doing that carve and it switch.
The
Big nose press.
Back one.
Start to finish. Come on, Zeph. This is what you were looking for.
Switchback. Oh.
Reverts out of that one.
Yeah. But does the back roadie 7. He loves a back roadie.
Oh, he'll be gutted with that.
But yeah, he'll be super gutted.
Zeph had that run down last night. Dave Menzies had his run down last night. A lot of riders. would have wanted to run that comp yesterday, even with the win, but Zef, as ever, 1,000-watt smile on his face as he pulls out of the finish area.
Yeah, still smiling, still happy.
You'll never see him too fussed about that.
He'll probably still be riding at 4:30.
Yeah. Cam Melville-Ives is hiding like a rare flower at the back of the start gate there. He's just popped out. I like his gear this year, really understated. He's gone a bit ninja.
Yeah. Yeah, he's had a couple out there outfits. Pretty cool though. No unique.
Lovely.
Cleaning up that top rail from last time.
Yeah.
Sick. Front 2.
Way more settled, way more composed coming into the third feature.
Oh my god. Just spinning out of that.
810.
Switchback roadie.
I love
Super
that.
clean. It was
You know
nice.
who taught him that or where he got it from? I reckon I'd be willing to bet he got that from Carlos Garcia Knight.
Yeah, probably. Hardway front 10 out of that shark fin. Coming in for the back 12. Putting it down clean.
I'd say that is a slot in the finals.
Yeah, I'd say that's
very,
solid
very
run.
tidy. Under pressure, Cam Melville-Ives delivers. Here, Eli Bouchard, always known as the bag kick from Maximise, he has matured into an incredible rider.
just a little sus on that first
He
rail,
caught his nose, didn't he?
but still.
Is he going to let it get to him? Or is he going to hold on to this? I'd feel robbed if he doesn't improve. He's currently in 15th. Tucking for this.
Backed up 10. Looks good.
Plenty of speed there. Oh, he just hooked a little bit.
Oh, he's done his NBD
And bounced
and
off
gone
the
onto
knuckle.
the knuckle. But
Yeah.
he looks fine.
Nearly fridged that, didn't he? And made it look like he meant to do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tail press down the landing.
such
So
a good rider. Incredible board control
Yeah.
from Eli Bouchard. But it's not going to be his day today.
He's got foreign pants on.
No doubt he's rubbing his quads there. They just took such a massive hit. Literally did a jack in the box
Yeah,
there.
he's definitely going to have to go for an ice bath this summer.
Okay. There's a giant one. It's called Lake Wanaka. Don't need any bath. Just try and get in that lake. It's around, I think it's 5 or 6 degrees Celsius at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
Okay.
So-
Yang Wenlong out of China. Qualified first for the big air in Ke, start of last season. With, I think it was backside 18
Yeah.
quad on a scaffold jump.
Yeah, and that jump is not the biggest jump in the world. To do an 18 on definitely would have been a tough job, but he killed it.
Yeah, this kid's 100% got the rip. Yang Wenlong, let's see if we can give him a chance out here to tear into these kickers. He's currently sat in 40th, no, 18th place. With an
40th.
8.25, yeah, 40th out of 30. My maths wasn't my strong point. So while we're waiting for this, we'll give you a quick roundup. Right now, Mons Roysland is on an 81.75 in Heat 1. Dame Menzies is in second ahead of Darcy Sharp, Noah Victor, Leon Geitel, Chema Mazit Brown, Hiroto Ogiwara and Jules De Sluva. Lion Farrell has just dropped out of the top 8, but he does still have a run left to burn. So, as does Sven Thorgren, Jesse Parkinson. A lot of heat still to come.
Yeah.
In that first round. Second heat is Cam Spaulding, Rocco Jameson, Kira Kimura, Red Gerard, Su Yiming. Su in 5th place. You've got to wonder if he's safe there on a 63.25. Then Sam Yaros, Truth Smith, Liam Johnson. Zephyr Lovelock was, he'll be kicking himself, Zeph. He had the run there at his fingertips,
Yeah.
but it hasn't happened for him.
Definitely had a super cool run. Would have been sick to see him put it down, but yeah, just not quite being able to put it all together, I guess, today.
Okay, Cam Melville-Ives has just moved into 2nd place behind Mons Roysland. Took a while to get that score in. That's why we were waiting for Yang Wenlong as he drops in now.
Switch board slide, under flip out, and the cab 2-2. Nice.
So coming in here with plenty of pace. A little
Board
bit wobbly
slide
and only
to-
taps that rainbow. That's why the judges wanted that camera angle so they could see how much
He just
over
went
the
front
handlebars.
14 on the first. Not quite getting it around, but
I mean,
he did well. It's like he almost did.
That's incredible. And I think a lot of people look at it, like if you're just breaking slope down, you're like, okay, get some techie rails, but execute cleanly, and then it's just a numbers game.
Yep.
Biggest
Pretty
spins
much.
you can muster. So Yang Wenlong, it's not going to be his day. And Hiroto Ogiwara breathes a sigh of relief. He's on the bubble in Heat 1 at the moment. Chema Mazit Brown looked pretty safe, I thought, after his first run score, but he's now fast approaching the bubble spot.
Yeah, people have really been putting it down.
Now it's Rocco Jameson, Mum Debs and Dad AJ.
Big Puppy, as he's known around the hill. Forward slide front flip.
And he's looking pretty safe. Second in Heat 2 at the moment, so he can enjoy this run. Gets the grab on that 2 out.
Front 5, that was a lot cleaner than the first run.
Really
Front
stretching
5
it
no
out.
flip. And the switch back dub 9.
Really lovely rotation on the end of that.
Dub sloth pull. Something not many people can do.
Front 18,
He's going for a
16. Front 16, I think,
Front
was
16,
it?
yeah. But I think he would have wanted the 18.
Oh, he's just shaking his
Little
shoulder
shoulder
out
problem.
there. Hopefully that didn't knock too hard.
They're,
Leon Geitel back here. He's currently in 6th.
they're dropping him quick.
See if he can... he knows what he did last time the judges really liked. So
50 front lip 2. Nice. Using that wall ride into the crippler.
super,
The side hit.
it's unique,
different.
but is it more technical? I kind of don't feel like it is.
Yeah.
Because he's not using the rail at all for that underflip. Like Zeph actually
Yeah.
coming through cab 3 on it. Super
Switchback
slow
5.
switchback 5. This is nearly the same run that we saw
Big
first
front
hit.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to... So he didn't improve on that score. We've got the judges hit straight away. I'm going to go out on a limb, though, Jess, here, and say that I think his first run score was overscored.
Wow.
I do think that a little bit. Ooh.
Oh.
Okay, Chunyu coming off a little bit early on that roller coaster, slapping the board onto that. He looks like he's got one of those kind
he doesn't
of
look too happy.
baking spatulas that he's just slapping around, doesn't he?
Back 1, going down.
He doesn't look
very motivated.
No,
for this
not
one.
at all. Everything about it had gone wrong on that. I think that first rail, he just really didn't like that.
But that was the thing he was most passionate about. Hitting that third knuckle as a knuckle huck. Maybe he's trying to audition for X Games.
Okay, Christian Salak.
The hair.
Yeah, that oodle hair. Oodles and oodles. Got that
50 board slide Pretz.
It's it feels a little bit late, doesn't it? Nice kind of almost back tail stees on top of that wall ride.
Yeah. Board
Oh,
slide underflip. Didn't get heaps of pop, but still got it around.
and there wasn't a whole lot of speed either, but
No. Switchback 5 over that first jump. The dub crippler. Sick. Something different.
I
like
feel
it.
like I'm in Las Vegas watching a magic show at the moment because the angles and the speed he's traveling mean he just didn't look like he was going to make any of them.
Super slow.
But somehow, with a sleight of hand, he'd trick your eye and make it to the knuckle. I reckon that was a glitch in the Matrix. Okay, Nick van der Velden, owner of one of the heaviest slams I've ever seen in the wind in Korea. It was horrendous. That was lovely.
Cab 1 into like back lip.
Very smooth.
Switch front blunt 4.
So the bubble score just 43. It's going begging in this heat.
Yeah.
If he can just hold on to this. No! Curse of the commentator again.
Wow. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, just he's barging it now, trying to force the round peg into the square hole.
Ooh, I think he wanted maybe a hand drag on that and hesitated. Never hesitate.
Never hesitate. Johan Friesens out of Belgium. So what's he got for us here? He's on a 33.25. And judges have got a little bit of a logjam score on the bubble in this heat one.
One to board slide 2.
Yeah, but he
Came off a little early. Maybe he didn't quite make the transfer how he wanted. Cab 1, back 3, super clean.
We already know how
They're gonna
highly the
score.
judges are prizing execution, like clean hits. The moment you make a mistake out here, it's done.
And no grab on that, just going down. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough out here. You know, you got to be clean. You got to be good.
Yeah.
Really.
It's, well, we've seen it already. There's proof here with Leon Geitel in 6th place in Heat 1.
Yep.
I really do feel that that was a soft run in terms of difficulty, but it was a really well executed run. And it's just a clear message from the judges. Like, make it clean and you'll get a score. Like, it's no good throwing down lumpy 16s. As you go now, it's Yuto Miyamura. This kid has got some serious skills, but he comes, just can't lock in that rainbow. The long down bar off the back of it.
Board slide.
A little bit impatient with that, but he got away with it.
Back 9 into the shark fin. Coming in switch. Switch hard way front. That's sick. He went big on that too. Got heaps of speed. And front 12 on the last. So he cleaned up his last section, but maybe a few bobbles.
It doesn't need much in. Less than 10-point improvement's going to shove him up into the final spots.
Yeah.
So
maybe.
There's some soft scores going begging here as Lee Shae-yun drops in. Kid is such a beast on a snowboard.
Front flip. Yeah. He knows how to snowboard for sure.
270 up, 270 down. Coming in switch.
Cab 2, 4 out. Switch back.
And long way.
Oh.
Cab 9. Oh no.
That was front.
Yeah.
16.
Oh!
No! Oh
like
my god, I thought he had that too.
It was so on it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And it's like, you never see him. I've never seen him slow down like that.
And
that was a super high speed catch.
He's a super talented rider. Whenever you see him go through the park, you know he does just insane stuff all day. So pretty uncharacteristic for him to fall.
He
like
committed to that so
cab 16,
hard.
gnarly.
And then he held on to that toe edge with everything he had.
Yeah.
And then the moment he arrived in the compression, it just gave way, didn't it? Toe edge folded on him and it was shoulders and head first into the flat. You can see Sven Thorgren back there getting ready. Right now getting out there. Naj Mecking didn't have the first run he wanted. Little bit loose. Might be waiting down there just to see if Lee Shae-yun is okay. So Naj on a bit of a hold here. So ready to go now. Hopefully Lee Shae-yun is okay getting out of there. Naj currently sat on a 17. Needs a decent score here to bump up. 43 or more to entertain a finals place. A little bit straight-legged on those top rails.
Yeah. Front blunt too. Still going for it.
Way cleaner down on that second rail.
Board slide Pretz over that rainbow. Kind of stalled it too. It was pretty cool.
Adding some style.
Oh, just going down on the... Not sure if he wanted a
front 10 or front 12?
Cab 10 or cab 12.
Right.
Not sure what he wanted. One of the two.
But it wasn't happening for him, so
No.
Naj...
Unfortunately not.
No, not going to go. So getting into the business end of this men's World Cup slopestyle qualifiers down here at Cardrona Alpine Resort. Second runs. We have 2 heats of 30 men getting judged back to back.
Yeah.
Sven Thorgren going for a place in the top 8 of his team. We've got 60 cut to 16.
Oh, I like that. 50, front 2 onto the down.
He needs something
Super
here.
techie. Back 3 on. Not sure if he quite got the contact he wanted.
No.
Front blunt 2, grabbing tail.
There's that double rodeo.
Double.
Controlled the landing well.
Switchback 9. He's pulling it together.
And he was going front side. He's gone backside this time.
Back 10.
Lovely.
He
King
put
of the
it down.
flat spins. He's just put that one down. It's definitely, right now, it's got, there's that 1 second rail. He could drop a big score there, but we've got a giant points differential.
Yeah.
Now, Lee Dong-hyun out of South Korea, such beautiful lazy style. He just got hooked up, got really ragdolled off the end of this first rail, didn't he?
Yeah, so hopefully he can clean this up so he can have a better look at his run. Looked a little nervous on it.
Yeah, he was snatching at it, wasn't he?
Yeah. Cab 2-2.
I reckon he's riding Rene's board. Look how narrow his stance is. It's amazing.
Front lip underfoot. Into the cab
10.
10.
A little bit of a redirect there. Could have cost him, but no.
Switchback 12.
Oh, if anything, he went too big.
He kind of folded into himself on the landing.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be a bit short on speed, but...
Yeah. No, but he was good.
Yeah, he should have been.
Tossing.
Oh!
My God. Oh, my God. But he landed it.
Yeah, that's another,
Oh my
another front
God.
flip.
That's extra points. Everyone down the bottom waiting for him.
Boys are like, what?
Boys are like, what did you just do?
Okay, Dane Menzies. He's currently in 3rd place in Heat 1 on a 72.5. He's had a couple of very, very strong runs through here. You know, he's clean, but I know that first run was a safe run.
Yeah.
I think he's got
definitely
somewhere he
got
could
more.
push this.
But he's high up on the ranks right now, so he doesn't really need to push if he doesn't want, but he could.
Well, it's free practice, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, he'd be super comfortable dropping in. Got that Schmob sticker on his helmet too.
Oh. Yeah, half Canadian,
Yeah.
half Kiwi. He's opted to ride for New Zealand, though. It was an interesting one. Tomo's just got toe under his border. Or is that Mitch? That's Mitch. Mitch Brown. Alongside Kendall. 2 of New Zealand's most esteemed and respected riders. Now coaching New Zealand's finest growing up.
Yeah.
And as you can see, they wear the de rigueur black head to toe, never show your face.
Yep. Every Kiwi coach does that.
Yeah, no labels, solid black. Try and find a label. There's one nearly poking out on the snood, isn't there?
Yeah.
You can't quite see it.
No. Pretty sure the neck warmer never comes down either.
Yeah. I think
never
it's an
seen-
instantly
I've never seen his
sackable
face.
offence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't you? I know him around
No,
town
I
because I
probably
know
have.
him already. But yeah, if you only know him from the mountain, then he's pretty black. Pretty much, what's he called on The Boys? Black Noir. Like the guy who just dresses in black all the time. Okay, so we're definitely getting off topic here.
Just
We're
talking
waiting
about
for a
Coach
score
Steve.
from Sven Thorgren, who's got a 53.25 for that.
Ooh.
He pushes out Hiroto Ogiwara, but Sven Thorgren in that bubble spot for the first heat in 8th position. Mons Roysland in 1st, Kamel Valives in 2nd. This man, Dane Menzies, currently in 3rd.
Cab 1, back 3, kind of missing that.
It's over
Second
already,
rail.
isn't it? Free practice. No, he's out of there.
Dane.
So he's going to get a DNI. Did not improve straight away.
Nice.
Did he think about that for too long, do you
Not
think?
too sure what he's getting up to. He's probably just hanging out, cruising, having a bit of fun. Big front 3 on last. Seems like he's pretty happy. Pretty happy with his position. Doesn't need to stress too much.
So Liam Johnson, He is currently qualified in 8th, but he's still got Oivind Kirkus, Oliver Martin, and a couple of others still to go behind him.
Switchboard, switch up.
That was nice.
Yeah, come on, switch.
Really light touch.
Switchback 5, nice grab.
With that melon, same thing that we saw from Cam Melville-Ives.
Hard way front 10. Ooh.
Cam was rodeo though. Ooh, now it's going to be a long, nervous wait.
Yep.
Oh, and you look at who's Clemens Millauer, Kato Hamada, Leon Wockensberger.
Ollie Martin even.
Yeah, Ollie Martin if he can lay it down. Couple of big riders there who could spoil that party. Meanwhile, Jose Antonio Aragon's going to drop for Heat 1. Currently sat in 25th. But he needs a 53.25 if he wants to qualify. But worth saying that the Heat 1 judges have been very, very miserly with their scores.
Yeah. Got that. Front 2 on. Out. Switch front lip 2 on that cannon. Looking pretty good so far.
Ooh.
Big switchback 7.
Hanging by a thread on his heel edge there.
Yeah. And Todio.
Not quite enough speed, yeah.
The backside. Putting it down, back 10.
That was
on the last.
Look at him trying to kill the speed there into that fence line. Absolutely hauling through there. Now, Oivind Kirkus, on the strength of what we saw on his first run, there is a finals run in here if he can compose himself.
Board slide front board 2. Nice. Switch front blunt, 4 out. He looks good. Oh my God!
You don't
getting so close to it.
You don't see many Miller flips where they're loose on speed.
The Todio 10.
Hang in there.
Come on.
No. Oh, if he'd have taken that 10 instead of searching for 12, couldn't get that tail under him.
But that Miller flip, his face got inches from the rail. That was cool.
Great one to see a replay of, wouldn't it? It was so close.
His hand almost got stuck, and then it went.
Well, he just didn't have enough pace through there.
Yeah.
He needed so much more speed. Now, Lion Farrell currently down in 11th place in Heat 1. He wants a big result here. I always feel like this is the test of a rider. If you can just forget about the comp, put a smile on your face and throw down a run that you're going to enjoy.
Yeah. It's definitely a difficult thing to do. For people who don't compete, you don't really realize how much pressure, and each person is trying to achieve something different in this competition.
Well, the flip side of it as well is that you have so many riders who are, they're super talented, but it's the nerves and the pressure that they can't get past and won't let them show their best riding.
Yeah.
There it is.
That was very lovely, actually.
Front lip to switch front board.
Board slide 2, getting a little grab out.
Oh, looking very smooth so far.
Front blunt 4, super smooth.
Well, we talked about performing under pressure, and so far it's working out for Lion.
Switchback 9.
He's just locked in now, isn't he?
And the back 10 to finish off.
And see that, the backhand, he pulled it up on purpose so the judges could see. No weight on this, it's nowhere near the snow.
Yeah.
That was a very clean, like not the most tech run we've seen, but I'd say 75% of tech.
Yeah, he wanted to put it down.
Oliver Martin snatching at that first rail transfer.
Cab 2-2 on that. To the board slide, frets, underflip sort of thing. Switchback 9, holding onto it.
How?
He's tucking.
He
needs the
was running
speed.
with his hands over the knuckle though, wasn't he?
Oh, and hitting that knuckle again.
I'm wondering if the pants tucked into boots is for aerodynamics. He wants more speed.
Well, clearly it's not really working, unfortunately.
So Oliver Martin, disappointment for the American. He would have wanted more out of that.
Yeah.
He's going to have to settle for 25th in Heat 2 at the moment. Could get knocked down even further. Right now, though, back to the other side of the draw, and it's Jesse Parkinson. He's had a long road back from injury, first a concussion, then a broken ankle. And he had some beautiful runs down yesterday.
Yep.
12s and 14s locked in.
He was killing it yesterday. He was doing really well. Didn't really get to see him in training this morning, personally. But, no, we'll see what he has in for us. Here he goes. 50, forward slide, 2. Nice. Into the front 2, 2.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
coming a little unstuck, but...
Yeah, I think execution-wise, the judges will hammer him for that. And then he let it get it in his head as well.
Yeah, switchboard slide, underflip.
Oh, disappointment for Jesse. Knowing how well he rode yesterday and got a couple of decent runs down this morning in practice, he'll be disappointed he couldn't show off his best there.
Yeah, but that's all right. He'll still be stoked to be out here and riding and everything, so we'll see him around the hill.
Okay, a lot of people watching Clemens Miller very carefully.
Yeah, he's one that could definitely disturb the top 8.
Yeah, so Clemens right now on a 26. In 26th. So a little bit straight leg there though, but he definitely...
50 front lip.
Yeah, but he boards it all the way to the end of the second rail, so I don't think he'll get too hammered.
What 2 on? Hard way front 2.
Yeah.
Switch back 7.
That was pretty tech.
Yeah. Switch back 1.
Yeah, just to get over that, I think.
The back 3.
Oh.
Finish it off. Yeah, couldn't quite put it down on this course, unfortunately.
So disappointment for Clemens Miller, another rider who's going to wave goodbye to his finals hopes.
Yeah.
Sean Fitzsimons. We talked about Grizzly Fitzsimons. He's rocking the beard this year.
Yeah.
It's a new look. 53.25, that bubble score. With only Chris Corning behind him, he doesn't need to do much here. Sven Thorgren in 8th place has survived a few people coming through here. Beautiful there.
Yeah. Front board 2. Pretty good. The board slide, the front lip prets. Switchback 9, going big.
Massive and just detonating on the landing.
Oh.
Couldn't keep that edge engaged. So
Yeah, couldn't quite hold on to that, but...
the verdict's in, Jess.
Yeah.
Shave the beard off.
Yeah, I think the beard has got to go.
Clean it up.
I think it's adding too much weight, so he's going too quick.
Yeah, but then that's
these days.
It's not as aerodynamic, so at the same time, it's actually slowing things down.
Maybe he just gets a really cold face.
Love Keito Hamada. Guy, always got a smile for everyone.
Front 1, swack 3, out of that roller coaster.
Now, check this out. On his heels.
Switchback, hard way 2 on, super tech trick.
Just beautiful. Really clean.
Dub cat. Oh my god.
It's a good one for keeping the speed up.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he
You
knew
can get a lot of pop.
he knew how tight he was last time, and he's just lasering into this third and final hit.
Oh, he went for the Todio. Was coming up a bit short and kind of pulled out of it to keep himself
That
safe.
slam is almost worthy of the Sean Farmer rap. Sean Farmer, one of the first generation of big mountain riders.
Yeah.
Ragdoll over the handlebars, catapult through the windshield of your car, whiplash, smell of raw meat. That was his rap. Okay, Chris Corning. We talked about his ability with the quad. He's calmed things down in recent years. Hasn't flashed it out quite as often. Hasn't needed to. He's just got really strong big spin game.
Oh, That was cool. 50, back 2 into the down. All getting a little stuck on that almost.
Yeah.
Then coming in, switch, cab 1, back 1. And the switch back 9. Yeah.
Front serve.
Front serve.
Long way round off that shark fin.
He stuck it.
Bulldozed through that knuckle as well.
Yeah, he really, he was working through that whole run.
Cameraman flinched as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so Chris Corning, he's looking for a 53.25 out of that. I don't think he's going to do it with that execution. Sven Thorgren's on the bubble. Sven had that one mistake on the second rail, but the rest of it was perfect. So that'll be really tight, actually. It'll be an interesting... we'll see what the judges push out on that, but I don't think Chris will have done enough. Meanwhile, Leon Wockensberger, the German, dropping in. Last man to drop in the men's qualifiers here at Cardrona.
Cab 1, back 3. Super solid. And a front 2 too. Front lip.
6:30 out.
And the Todio 9 went down last lap, I believe, but stuck onto it that time.
Bit more horizontal rotation in it, less like a wildcat late front 1.
Yeah, switch back 9 there, and then the
Short.
back 10 coming up short. Yep.
You could see it the moment he took off.
Yep.
He wasn't gonna.
And he would have stuck. He would have done well because it was a good 10. Just couldn't get enough speed.
Yeah, I'm not happy about how many people we've seen in that position.
Yeah.
Been a tough day for a few people. There's been some big hits taken, but that does wrap up men's slopestyle qualifying at the first World Cup of the 24-25 season here at Cardrona Alpine Resort. Should get some results up pretty quickly because we know that Leon Wockensberger didn't improve. Chris Corning we're still waiting on though. The judges taking their time on that score. So until we've got Heat 1 confirmed through there, I don't know that we'll be chucking up any graphics. But yeah, 60 men down to just 16. And the weather forecast for the next couple of days is very similar to what we've had so far. Changeable, windy. We've had blizzards through here. We've had little spots of rain. We've had sun like this, but we've had up to 60-kilometre-an-hour winds as well. And that's made it not only difficult to run a contest, but also to prepare the course in the first place. And you can see the park crew down on the third rail feature there, or 0, as we call it. Sometimes a jump, sometimes rails. They've worked so hard to try and get this course into condition. And it's in very, very good shape. We'll be coming in with women's qualifying very shortly. 30 women, going to get cut down to 8 for the finals. And everyone who's anyone is in there, Jess.
Yeah, there's a lot of big names in the women's list, but there's also a lot of younger girls or maybe less known girls who can definitely come through on this course.
Yeah, you have a look through that.
We're going to see some pretty good runs, some pretty cool people.
Lucia Giorgiali was crowned junior world champ on this course last year.
Yes, but I don't believe she's competing.
Oh, is she out?
Yeah, just had that ankle injury and hasn't quite been able to get back on snow just yet. But Ava Beer, local girl, she's going to be competing. I mean, Zoe.
On home snow. Layla.
We haven't seen her compete, though, for a while, so it'll be interesting to see how she goes, what she does.
So
I'm stoked.
Kokomo Marassi, Mia Brooks, Zoe Sadowski-Sinot, Layla Iwabuchi, Annika Morgan, Laurie Bluan, Anna Gasser, Miyabi Onitsuka, Anna's prodigy, interesting, Hannah Kara. I know she took a bit of a head knock in Australia.
Yep.
So I don't know where she'll be riding at, but Momo Maher, junior world champion Big Air last year here, and Mari Fukada. Landed her first frontside 14.
She's definitely one to watch. She has some pretty insane tricks. One of those ones that's kind of overlooked because she's Japanese and there's so many Japanese kids. Same with Yura Marase, Kokomo's little sister.
Okay, confirmation of your top 8 for finals there. Mons Roysland, Cammell Villaves, Dane Menzies, 2 Kiwis in the top 3. Darcy Sharp squeaked in with his second run. Noah Victor, Leon Geitel, the 2 Germans in the middle of the pack. Chamber Mazit Brown survived, as did Sven Thorgren. So many big names, though, who didn't make it through. Chris Corning, Lion Farrell, Nick Huber, Tiger Hasegawa, one of the biggest losses there. We're all a little bit poorer for not seeing him ride. And then down to the last 10, Brooklyn DePriest and Lee Cheon as well of South Korea. I thought those 2 could go really well. And Ian Mattioli has been on a tear in the World Cups. Marcus Cleveland and Nicholas Liviero not starting. Bit of a shame we didn't see Cleveland in action.
Yeah, I would have loved to watch him ride, but, you know.
He was
feeling.
Silky smooth through those rails. And then Heat 2, Cam Spaulding, Rocco Jameson, Kira Kimura, Red Gerard, Su Yiming, 63.25. You don't often see Ming make a mistake. So Samuel Yaros and Truth Smith staying in there, as did Liam Johnson. So a few of the riders there, when you look down, who maybe could feel a little bit fortunate to get through there. Eli Bouchard, I thought he was going to be, if he could have landed a run, would have been there. Yeah, Yuto Miyamura as well. But a shame about Zephyr Lovelock.
Yeah.
Super creative Kiwi, didn't make it through. Ryoma Kimata, Clemens Millauer, all big names. Dusty Henriksen not starting. Bit of a shame about that one. Would have been good to see him back in action on the World Cup. But we've got our top 16. The only thing we need to wait for now is some weather for the finals. So we're going to be back very shortly with the women's slopestyle qualifiers from the World Cup here at Cardrona Alpine Resort. 30 women getting cut down to 8. We will see you then.